Normally, I would play Dungeon Master, but I have a special treat for you guys. Today, I will be playing a uh, anime OST that was created and performed by the music and art community, dedicated towards the Divine Wind. So, I invite you to give it a listen. Here we go. So it begins. Not that, not that, not that, not that. Don't look at that. Oh my god, why does it always do this? Okay, here we go.
暗闇に隠されたの満月この思い切りに自分の道が見ない終わりのない日食が世界に悪をもたらすしかし僕は新月を持っています風に押されてゴールに向かって進め圧倒的な暗さを突破するこの世界へ光を取り戻せTogether there's nothing that we can't achieve Our story won't end if we truly believe We can change the world With our kites unfurled And soaring through the sky I'll never say goodbye Oh come and take my hand As we explore the let you go, and I will be your hero. Come and take my hand as we explore the land. I'll never let you go, and I will be your hero.
Nice. All right. And so, it begins. Oh, yeah. It's feeling real good. Okay, here we go. One more minor adjustment here. Small adjustment here. Tickle that fancy there. Twist that knob. I think that's everything. Yep. All right. And so, our adventure begins once more. Hail, travelers!
Well, hail,
Hello,
my lord. My lord.
my lord.
Hello, my lord.
Ooh! Well. Guess what?
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 It's time for you guys to play more D&D with me. How does that feel?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Not interested.
Not interested.
You say not.
Nah.
What the hell?
Guy leave. That would be the hell of a fucking setup just to say,
Yeah,
nah, starts playing GTA. All right.
See ya.
Well, all right then. It's fine, I guess.
Go play Sonic.
Go play some.
All right.
I want to go play Sonic the Hedge Pig. Alrighty, so lots of stuff for us to go over. First, a little bit of the above board talk to give everybody kind of the rundown of what's happening. We have a lot of setup to do in order to actually get the story started properly. We have to go through. Excuse me. We have to go through where you've been because an entire month has passed in game time since the events of the Scrolls of Notcheck. So, just so everybody knows, each character and player will get a chance to explain what it is that they did over the course of the month-long break. Once we finish with each of those, I will introduce each of you all arriving back, oddly enough, the same way that you met, meeting in a tavern with an unknown patron. So, lots of stuff to go over with that. In addition to that, chat room, there's a big surprise in this session. I can't wait for you to see it. Today's session might also go a little long in order to get you guys on track, which is a thing that might happen.
What a shame. More D&D.
No, more D&D.
I'm
Whatever you do.
Look, I'm just saying it might go a little. But other than that, there it is. And so, let's get started. For once more, a divine wind begins to blow through Glaeus.
Hell yeah. He said the thing.
He said All right. So, here we go. So, first one that we will start with, as their adventures have taken them to many different places. Let's start with the same thing that we've done before. We will randomly decide who goes first. Brewbad.
Aye.
Sock. Tell us where you went.
Well, Brubad don't like no kites, so he came straight back to Alexandria. Didn't go nowhere. So, first thing that he did was the book that he got from the library in the abandoned monastery. He would have posted it, or whatever the equivalent is, back to Calcates, to somebody special. After that, it was a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
He would have been invited to stay with Scribbles, and he would have done so, but we were talking just before, he would have snuck off every night. So he would have stayed there politely, but every night he would have snuck off to a bar somewhere and have been drinking unhealthily and contemplating everything, considering he's lost his patron and there's a new one and he doesn't really know what to do much, but he'd pass the time gambling as well. At some point, Scribbles has given Brubad a tattoo above his right ear of a 6-pointed star to remember the tale of Notchek and what they went through. He would have been in his, more sober times, gathering information from the patrons in the bar about how best to survive Glaeus, because he realized that it's a bit of a tricky place with fables and eyeless and mist monsters everywhere. He also would have been, in whatever way she likes, communing with Jessa. Maybe not so much on the face-to-face, but trying to help her out a little bit and, do some insight checks into her and look into what's going on with the eyeless and where that's at. Other than that, I think that would have taken up a lot of his time. He's been fiddling with the Lawkeeper's scepter a little bit. And he probably would have attended a Metallica concert.
Alrighty then. And so, as each day passes, Brubad grows closer and closer to a destiny that he does not yet know he possesses. Near the end of this month of rest and reconciliation with all the events of the Scrolls of Notchek, he receives a parcel requesting his presence in the Adventurers Guild Hall. This parcel comes directly from Fala Jin, the Cleric of Fate, met at the end of Scrolls of Notchek. A woman who has proven to be a fastidious ally, not only lawyering on their behalf as a barrister, indicating that you were not guilty of the noble's death, but rather your indispensability in the great task that you had performed. For the recovery of the fable of Notchek, did many things for the scholarly society of the Adventurers Guild. First, it proved that fables were real, that they were not some kind of mystical allocation by the Glean natives. But what is more disturbing is that they are full worlds in and of themselves, in which the demi-plane existence operates outside of the astral tether. Now, what that means is, for the layman, is that they are a world that does not take up space, which is unbelievably powerful if used properly, and terribly dangerous if misused. And so, the scroll was taken not to a museum, but to the personal collection of the Archmage of Glaeus for study and safekeeping. You once more enter through the grand double doors into Alexandria's Adventurers Guild Hall. The sound of conversation, the clinking of glasses, and of adventurers going to and from their daily routine, does not greet you as it normally would. The Adventurers Guild Hall is mostly empty. It is a bit early in the morning, but there should still be somebody here. And then, Fala Jen stands up from her table. Ah, you have finally arrived. Come.
All right, love. Yeah.
Well then, it seems that you have made your journey here. Take a seat. I no doubt the others will be here soon.
It's a bit empty in here. Everything all right?
Everything is fine. The conversations that we are to have are not for everyone's ears. The Adventuring Guild has been closed for this meeting.
Oh. Okay. Well, is the bar open?
The bar will be opened, yes. Drinks will be provided. Stay seated.
Good, because I was about to leave. All right. And he'll take a seat, put his feet on the table, and wait.
Fala Jen, true to her word, will retrieve you a drink. Now, good Sir Dwarf, only one for now. You get another one if you are a good boy, and puts it on the table in front of you.
Oh, well, you know what? It might be empty, but I'm up for a bar brawl if you want to call me that again.
Yes, I'm sure. Shaken in my boots I am. She dismisses your threat with the wave of her hand.
He'll drink.
All right. As Brewbad takes a long swig of the ale, it's bright, proper stuff. You think that it's probably
Nice.
made by a dwarf, although it's not. There is something to be said with the lack of vicinity of the ingredients. No doubt it had to cross the ocean, which means it is a little bit stale, but nothing more than you could really look forward to. It's certainly better than that damn rice wine, or sake, as the people here call it. Some weak shit.
Yeah.
A little sprinkle of earth in this will do it right good. All right. And as he kind of leans back in the chair, kind of enjoying perhaps the peace or so, Fala Jen will look up and will say, "My reports tell me that you have been, well, to put it curtly, spending a lot of time gambling and drinking. I know that your kind has a proclivity towards such things, but I cannot help but ask, is there something I need to be concerned with?"
I don't know. It seems you've taken a concern in my business without me fucking knowing about it. So, I ain't gonna fucking answer that question. If you want to be concerned, but I'm here for a reason, and I'm the only one in this fucking bar. That means I'm important. Alright? So, keep your small talk to yourself, and I'm gonna drink my drink and wait for my friends to walk through that fucking door.
Fala Jen will kind of lean back. Well, dwarven courtesy still seems to be true. Fine then, have it your way. And then, the next destiny darkens the door. Destiny darkens the door. That was good. 3Ds.
Well done.
Alright. Alright, here we go. Oh, God.
Need your token.
Let me give you a long rest here, real quick. Alright. Annalius, go ahead and explain what has happened to you in the month that you've been gone.
All right. So once we got back from the lovely fable, I was a little saddened and disheartened about the ice lake. So I beseeched the laughing swamp, where I found a new mushroom since the other hat was slowly deteriorating through time, as well as I had a sword. And I wanted to learn more about the sword and Sai's teachings, so I went to his old village. And the flowing lands called Dozo, because I was a bozo, but they taught me how to use the blade precisely. A great finesse of the blade. And now I believe I could probably kill more than just a mosquito now, so that's promising. No more 3 clash failures for me! I hope! In the midst of this midlife crisis of dancing in the laughing swamp, getting high, boofing every single mushroom, the lore behind choosing different hats to wear is finding a mushroom that cannot be boofed. Therefore, it is worthy to be atop my head, which is what I found in that laughing swamp. Lovely purple and green mushroom that could not fit in my rectum, but one day it might. As the red one did.
All right. And through
As
your...
well.
Oh, go ahead. You had more. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. I thought...
After all those dancing about grabbing a new mushroom in the midst of all this chaos of this month, I was missing my dear compatriots. And I met Scribble's parents, who helped me write letters, and I became Metallica's pen pal as he was in Bard camp. So we sent many letters. I drew pictures. It was adorable. I sent a couple mushrooms, but I think they may have gone bad. That's it.
And so... a new silhouette of Analius darkens the doorway as the month and his journeys and his training have changed him.
What's up, motherfuckers? Let's do some shit.
All right, go ahead and walk on in.
I was so.
All right, go ahead. Walk on in, bud. As you walk inside, Falagen will look up. Ah, it is the samurai. Greetings. Come, take a seat next to your fine friend.
Oh, bro, bad, is that you? It is.
Yes, it's good to see you. You've, there's something different about you.
I look beautiful, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
I
What is-
also... Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, what's changed?
Oh, well, you see, I used to have sticks on the back of me that were kind of like little wings. But they've slowly grown, you see. They've grown. I'm a big boy now. I'm like a butterfly. I'm a beautiful butterfly.
You're maturing.
One could
That's-
say that.
That's nice. That's nice. Yeah. Well,
What
take a
about
seat.
you?
I ain't done nothing. Nothing's changed. I'm just me. All right.
Is that drool or is that just beard dripping down your beard? Or a bit of both?
Probably a bit of both. And I ain't gonna wipe it, so you can just watch it drip down my chin.
Could I collect some in a vial?
Alright, go ahead.
Could be a good lubricant.
My God.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Vial of brew bags. Salivated beer droppings.
All right, add that to the old notes.
So I just
gotta track that one.
never know when that'll come in handy.
Oh, it's you! Hi! Was I welcome here? I don't know.
Yes,
I
of
just-
course. Take a seat. Soon all will be made clear.
All right.
She'll kind of pinch the bridge of her nose as a third destiny darkens the doorstep. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Aren't you tired of being nice? Don't you just want to tell me your backstory? No. What happened over your month, Scribbles?
So, throughout the last month, Scribbles has been spending time at her parents' house in Alexandria. But when she returned home, bloodied, muddied, with all these carvings and markings of the moon, her parents weren't particularly happy, but they sort of glanced over it and opened everyone into their home with open arms. She's not been feeling quite right since the events of the fable, and she's constantly she always has this overwhelming sense of dread just lingering in the back of her mind, and she has nothing but questions without any answers. But when she's at home, she's usually just helping her parents with the chores around the house, cleaning up after Brewbad, and when she's not doing that, she's been spending the bulk of her time trying to understand the secrets of the moon and what it is to be an author, but she's not been getting anywhere. I haven't got much going on. She's a very simple tiefling.
Very well.
Oh.
And so... Oh, you got more? Go ahead.
As she walks in, she walks in, she looks mad. Brewbad, I asked you to take the dishes out!
I'm sorry, I thought I was going to be late to the bar.
It's fine. It's fine. Just make sure next time we go back, please clean up after yourself. It's good to see you.
I will.
You look well. And she just quickly sits down and...
Valajan
takes a
will
deep
nod.
breath.
So, you're here. I take it all as well.
Aside from Brewbad being a slob most of the time, things are as they
I'm
are.
here.
I'm talking about you, not to you, Brewbad.
All right.
Put him right here. Valajan. Go ahead.
Is there anything to drink, please?
Hi.
Well, I've got something for you. Sits out the vial of Brewbad's salivated beer droppings
The
right in
last
front of
time, the last time you brought something into my home, I'm pretty sure it was still breathing. I'm okay, thank
That
you.
was for Metallica. It was a small little swamp toad. Did you send it to him? It probably would have been dead by the time it arrived. It would have been so metal.
She just looks at him with just a look of disgust on her face.
Oh, well, if you didn't, I have another. Just throws down a swamp toad that's like decrepit, one leg just completely contorted as if it went through an exorcism, and just slides it right next to Scribble's drink. And it has a nice little like bow tie made with like grasses and moss. like it's a little gift wrap. Can you send this to him?
Sure, I'll, She just slides the vial and the toad, like, to the next seat down. I'll be sure to send that.
Editor's note. She didn't. All right. Valajan will kind of do that thing when you heard somebody like talk about some personal stuff and you're just like, ooh, you kind of like don't look away. That's kind of what she's doing right now. As another destiny darkens the doorsteps. All right.
Yay!
All right.
That entranc's like thunder. Yeah.
All right. And so, Metallica stands before the door. All right, tell me what's happened to Metallica, Hirona.
I think most people have seen it. He went to Bard Camp
Bard camp.
in a place that's very much like Norway, but you know, obviously for here. I don't know anything about Norway.
The Bard's College in
Yes.
Krasix.
Yes. Oh yes, Krasix. Bard Camp, by the way. He basically
Or not in Krasix, but a Bard College chapter house here. That's right. Sorry, continue.
Well, okay. I've been kind of contemplating because like I'm a lover of black metal, and I was like, oh, what if I had a page about that band that was burning churches, and like, and then there was like a murder mystery in it. Anyway, it was going kind of dark. I was like, no, I shouldn't be doing this right now. That's kind of weird. But he went to a Bard College, essentially. A play on words, like opened his eyes to what his abilities are, and that he needs to actually take it a little bit more seriously. With the things with Mad Mork, the pressure of, you know, the eyeless. Yeah, he walked away from Lorita, and has totally embraced the life of the bard. He's the master showman. He's also just really hollow and dead inside and doesn't really have a lot of feelings anymore. He's just really metal.
All right.
That does sound pretty metal.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
That's metal as fuck.
All right, go ahead and walk on inside then.
okay. When he walks in, it's like he's going onto stage. And he just like drops his bag and he puts his hands up in the air. He's like, hey! Let's hear some fucking noise! And is like obviously very full of himself. He's like
yes!
clapping his ear to his head. He's like, I can't hear you!
Jolly good show! Jolly good show!
Brubad chucks his keg of ale at Metallica,
I dodge.
like throwing a drink. Throwing a drink.
Yeah. Yeah, like beer being thrown up on the stage.
Yeah.
And I'll like fist in the air and I'm like, yeah! And like beer in my hair flipping around, I'm like, yeah! Anyway, I pick up my stuff and I'm like, hey guys, what have you guys been?
Here. Did you not get the letters he sent you?
Yeah, dude, I got the letters. And Metallica's kind of just looking at Nalius, kind of like, yeah.
He also brought you this, and I point to the gammy toad on the table.
Oh, nice, dude. Metallica takes it and puts it in his pants.
All right.
He's gonna walk over with this toad as if it's nothing, and this is casual between them, and sits down across from Analius and next to Fulla.
You weren't the only one I wrote a letter to. I actually wrote a letter to one other person. I still have the letter. I wrote, Dear Schmeck, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling.
Where is the little flying nut?
I know you got my last two letters. I wrote the addresses on them perfect.
Scribbles is gonna look under the table to see if Schmeg's there.
What the fuck?
Valid.
They're like, can we get a booster seat? We have another one coming, but we need a booster seat. Is this okay for children?
Is that Schmeg in your pants? Just sees the frog leg, the frog hand sticking out. Schmeg!
Phalogen will say, he should be here soon. He was sent a message just like each of you. And then, last but certainly not least, a very small shadow will darken the door.
So, I like to think that at first, no one, like, I like to think that Schmeg arrives fashionably late. But when he shows up, you don't see him at first. All you hear from outside is,
Bippity boppity bippity ball. I hereby command you to open this door.
Can I
Brubad opens the door.
I think when Brubad opens the door, Schmeg has his hands up like he was gonna push the door open and panics and flies to the side, and then he like flies up a few feet in the air and crosses his arms and then proceeds to fly in as though the whole thing was completely magic.
Yes, don't mind me.
So
As Schmeg Sovereign floats his way inside of the door. Why don't you tell me what Schmeg has been up to for last month?
Yes. So Schmeg has been, I like to think that he's been visiting places of darkness and places of power, sort of like caves, sacrificial or ritual sites, just basically anything where he can try to attune himself to any kind of power, profane, dark, magical, arcane, whatever it is. Because basically, I like to think that he's been trying to commune with Olakan High and understand where he now stands now that he's made this undeniable step towards goodness, though he himself is wondering whether or not it was out of goodness or out of self-preservation.
The conflict.
The conflict. And somehow, with one eye squinting, sort of like he's anticipating a blow, he spends some of his afternoons reaching out with his consciousness to whatever that green elven maiden, who isn't actually a maiden, that he may have communed with during that final battle. I like to think that he's been practicing new dangerous magics, but this comes with an addendum, which is that somewhere deep down, for the first time in his infinite cosmic expanse, he's uncertain. He doesn't really know what it means now that he's sort of mixing drinks when it comes to the deities, and he wonders a little bit where the power balance is going to lie when the dust settles. And he's also been staying with Kiwo's character's parents, with Scribble's parents. And I like to think that late at night when Brewbad goes out for drinks, Schmeg practices his new incantations in his low sonorous tones in the upstairs bedroom. And I like to think that her parents would charge up to his room and throw open the door like Dudley's parents in Harry Potter when he's practicing his spells.
Yes.
And just in the same way, whenever they open the door, he just pretend to be sleeping again. And they stomp back downstairs. And I like to think that while her parents are probably nothing like Dudley's parents, I imagine them tolerating Schmeg sort of the same way that his parents tolerated Harry, kind of begrudgingly, with an underlying sense of like, oh my God, when does he leave? When does he leave?
Every morning, they're like reading over the paper. You can just hear them mutter under their breath. He keeps talking to Dark Lords. I can hear him in there.
If he casts one more spell, I'm going up there. That's it.
Your
That's
mom's
it.
like,
I've had enough.
It
One
sounds
more
like they
spell,
have
and
a
I'm going up
really
there.
nice relationship. So I think
Bippity
we're gonna be okay.
boppity, bippity tread. Who wants to make some toast out of this bread?
Oh, actually, half of the doors have been removed from their hinges in Scribble's parents' house.
Bippity boppity bippity brime. I've said it twice. It's not my turn to wash the dishes this time.
So I like to think that as Schmeg enters, he is on the inside. There's some way buried deep down. There's some turmoil as Schmeg is trying to understand his piety in the eye of Alakan High. But on the outside, it seems like Schmeg certainly seems more powerful, or at least maybe more confident in his power.
Alrighty then. And as you enter, Falajin will then say, "Good, then you're all gathered. Come here. We have much to discuss."
I'm going. Don't rush me. I've got small legs.
But you're flying.
I don't want to talk about it.
Alright. Okay. Falajin will then move forward, steepling her fingers, and she will say, "Now, you have all received my message, for I have gathered you here for a very specific purpose. A very important one. One that may very well shape the future of Glaeus. One that will take a careful and steady hand. I have also called others here. One is already waiting for you. To be clear, you are about to meet some very important people. I would suggest that you watch your manners carefully, for you represent not only yourselves, but me. There is a classified mission that is required of you. And when there was a search for those that would seek such things, I put your names forward. For despite your proclivities, you are most effective. And what we need right now is effective. So, come with me. There is someone that you need to meet. All right, and she will stand up and will lead you towards the back room. Does everyone follow her?
Schmeg, like a mosquito, would try to land on Brubad's back as he stands up as gently as possible and hitch a ride.
Metallica's
Brewbad-
gonna quickly finish Brewbad's beer and then follow behind.
Nice.
Nally's just gonna spring upon Metallica's backside as if we're doing a chicken fight, but to see how strong Metallica's bard camp training has been going because of a letter that Metallica once sent Annalius, talking about the next time we meet and we decide to go on foot, you won't have to weary those beautiful
carry
feet
you,
of
dude.
yours. You'll carry me, so my feet may look like yours one day, Metallica.
Like a weird fungi butterfly. You're like really delicate.
You're like,
But you have to admit he is a pretty fun guy.
I need all of you to please. Please.
Okay. All right. fair
Yes,
enough.
mother!
Okay.
all right. And so they will lead you to the back room. All right. Oh, come here, Metallica.
Sorry, my bad.
You okay? What'd you say?
I'm good.
Oh, okay. All right, and then Phalogen will lead you to the back room, and then you will see that she will stop, and then she will give a curt and respectful bow to the man on the other side of the room.
Scribbles follows suit.
And you see, everybody can start moving in now. You see this guy.
Oh, I didn't know if we were supposed to be.
The Vizier.
The Vizier will then speak. Greetings, salutations. Phalogen has spoken very highly of you. Please, take a seat.
Rubed will take a seat and put it at the end of the table, spin it round, and sit with his legs either side.
Okay.
Annalius is gonna move his chair over and just sit in the restful monk, or the peaceful monk.
Metallica has his feet on the table like he normally does.
Yeah.
Schmeg, attempting to seem intimidating or powerful, will be hovering about a foot off of his chair with his legs crossed.
Okay.
Oh, please. And Scribbles is gonna like swat towards his feet.
I think you get smacked.
My feet are the most perfect feet you've ever seen.
Down.
They are perfect.
Embarrassing us. Sit down. Put your legs down.
Case, it's normal.
Oh, just as a note, Brubad has no weapons. He has no scepter. He has the Lordkeeper's robes on, but he's shirtless underneath. And he looks very unprepared. That's all.
So, like the dude.
I don't know who the dude is.
What?
abides.
You don't know who the dude is? The dude
Lebowski?
abides? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Do you abide?
Sock, watch The Big Lebowski. You'll love
Oh
it.
my god.
All right.
Okay.
So the Vizier will then smile slightly despite himself and will say, "It is good to see such merriment. There was a time when such things were in short supply. Unfortunately, as much as I would love our exchange to be pleasant, there are dire tidings. But there is a person better to explain it than I. And now that you are all here, I will summon him." And then the Vizier will summon
Fucking hell.
forth his magic. Power begins to flow around him as he sends off a message and takes a seat. He shall be here soon.
Does the bloke normally respond to a clap? I won't fucking respond to a clap.
Scribbles
Yeah.
is gonna lean over the table and point at Brubad and just start clicking her fingers at him.
Sorry.
Metallica's
you know,
gonna
that's
ask
kind
the
of,
Vizier about his shampooing.
It's kind of troubling for those of us that are often misidentified as mosquitoes if we could keep the clapping to a minimum.
So do you like condition your hair? Like mine's pretty long and white, and so is yours. Do you have to like tone it, or like is it just like that?
No, I do not have to condition my hair, for it is this. and then the vizier will pull on a strand of hair, and it will transform into a small handful of worms. And then he will put and then he'll put the worms back into his hair, and they will reform into strands.
Oh.
You could eat those. Could I have one of those worms?
But they are me.
Well, I'm me too.
Are
Yes,
you
you are.
saying?
Are you saying that you're a collection of worms?
I am a worm that walks, yes.
Gonna take me a few minutes just to process that one.
It takes a lot of people that long.
How many worms exactly?
I believe my last count is at 1,345,000.
You count it?
Well, of course. Do you not count the hairs on your head?
Oh yeah, I do
No.
it all the time.
What the hell is wrong? Metallica?
Now,
Yeah, Nollius.
So there was a letter you sent me at the very beginning of Bard Camp about you did a footprint. I wanted to see if your foot got any bigger since.
All right. And it's at this point... it is at this point that magic begins to swirl around the room.
Oh, it has gotten bigger.
And then a figure appears before you. An elven man in long, prestigious robes, marked not just with the symbols of Calcatesh, but also with Glaeus. A pair of bifocals astutely placed over his nose, and a right arm made entirely out of shadow holds his staff. The vizier will stand, as will Falajin, as he appears, and they will both offer a bow of respect.
Meg would,
He returns the bow.
Oh. Schmeg would hover 1 foot higher.
Metallica's just
My
gonna
lord, I have instructed them that you have, well, much to say to them, and by Falajin's suggestion that this, I believe, is the group that we are looking for to handle our problem.
Azalon will study them. He looks like a very severe man, as most elves are wont to look. He looks tired, but he doesn't look much older than, I don't know, the youngest not dwarf person in your guys' group. His shadowy arm kind of reflects light, almost. And he will lean his scepter up against the desk, or I guess long table, and kind of lean forward with his good arm and kind of just lean against the table and study the 5 people that have assembled. And then he will look to the vizier and ask him, how long have you had with these folks?
A few moments, my lord, but Falajin has given us a very, very intricate report. Allow me to explain it on her behalf. These individuals, it would seem, my lord, have performed a variety of tasks and deeds that would put them to a higher level of dependability. Not only did they uncover the secrets of the fables, specifically the one of Notchek, now within the Arcane Emporium, but rather they entered the fable. They fought against many creatures and conquered its recesses. There have even been reports that colors were found there. The vizier will look at Aslan with a knowing look, but will reveal no more than that.
Neither does he. He's kind of stone-faced right now.
In addition to that, it seems that they conquered the spirit within, trapped, and have revealed to us something else. Something most heinous. It would seem that the threat from Calcatesh, brought on by goodly Saren, was not the only being of such a hive-minded cluster. The Vizier will then push a document towards you. The document explaining about the Eyeless Ones. The Eyeless Ones, for anybody who doesn't know, and also to get Moon up to speed, the Eyeless Ones are a sort of a Depthar-esque being, except they are not undead. They are more like the aliens from Alien vs. Predator Alien, like Aliens Alien. They are xenomorphs that exist within the astral sea, and they can also travel it without any vessels or anything like that. They move to different worlds, infect them with their genealogy, much like the Tyranids from Warhammer 40k, and are able to replicate and spread and mutate themselves. They are called eyeless ones because not only do they not have eyes, but they see the world with the sight without sight. They see souls and auras, which has made them very effective at hunting down their prey. Thankfully, the war between the Gith and the Githyanki, all those many years ago, within the First and Second Era, has rendered the Eyeless One force to be quite weak. However, long ago, Glaeus was infected with an Eyeless One, and only through great efforts from Maltos and Ragdar was the Eyeless One threat able to be stopped. And thus, as is with most things, the mystical mists that contort themselves in Glaeus are in fact a reactive agent placed there by Ragdar in order to defeat the Eyeless Ones and to keep them in check, kind of like a disinfecting fog. However, it would seem that the events of the Great Calamity in Calcatesh and Saren's ascension to the Brass Queen and the subsequent separation of said powers have resulted in the Silver King, a Deptharian hive mind, to make its way to the east. This has set the Mist into overdrive. To overcompensate for this new threat, one it was not designed to handle, has caused it to cause mutations and to basically turn the wildlife of the area against itself. Now, thankfully, through serendipity, there were some heroes in Glaeus have already presented themselves, adventurers seeking fortune and those that seek knowledge. Some have ventured into the mist and have, for the most part, placated it for now. And as such, trade and travel have opened up once more between the east and western sections of Glaeus. But this in and of itself brings a whole myriad of problems. Not only is there now old tensions able to rise once more, but that means once again the eclipse turns its eye towards the west, and the xenophobic outlook that many still yet harbor towards Alexandria of the Glean people have been slowly beginning to rise. These fires, you yourself, Aslan, you have been putting out through various diplomatic actions and things of that nature. But as it yet still remains, there is no singular person for you to talk to. It has been a very difficult journey, in fact, to try and reach any sort of consensus with the different kingdoms. For the Glean people have no ruler. They have no singular entity to speak with and to edict laws on their behalf. They once did, many years ago, when the cycle of the imperial line was decided by the Seat of Elements, an island of great mystical power that lies just off the northern coast of Glaeus. But its magics are so permeated and its mystique so veneer that even you yourself have only barely begun to delve through its secrets. Furthermore, the people will not recognize a Western ruler. They will only follow those of a native ruler. Thankfully, your communion with the Dream Realm and your good standing with Own and Woad through the events of the Calamity have given you a special insight. For the kami of the yokai that rule from the Heavenly Falls within the Glean Dream section have begun to move, to spur, to prepare for the coming of the Emperor once more. This Emperor will be born as a child if they are not already born. And this child will be chosen by the natural cyclical mandate of the heavens. And perhaps, through the ruling of Glaeus, may bring them together in a united front, that you might finally make headway with uniting all of Verum with itself. However, there is one problem with that, and that is the Pale Emperor, the one that lies far to the east, who currently, through various pieces of leverage, which I will leave to you to reveal, has made it to where you cannot perform active war against, but who will no doubt seek to kill this child. For the Emperor cannot be challenged by a reasonable claim. For if that were to happen, he may lose the fear of the people, which is what has kept him in power for so long. And as such, the Eyeless One report, the reports of the Black Silver Syndicate, the reports of Akuma rising up from all directions, and the movements of the Akuma Kami, also in equal measure, have led Glaeus to the boiling point, to a very thin red piece that at a singular moment can erupt into all-out war across the continent. Unless an emperor is seated. And such, the Vizier, through the recommendations of Fala Jin, has brought to you these 5 that could move unfactioned, unseen, with the strength necessary to protect, but with perhaps the size and subtlety to not be seen, so that the young child may yet still grow and reach what it seeks. There you go.
Scribbles is gonna lean over across the table and, my lord, there's more to the Pale Emperor than just that. The things that we saw in the fable. He seeks to rewrite history as we know it, and he's going to harness the remnants of the Violet.
Out of character, is Scribbles a wizard or like a warlock?
Because of your level and knowledge, you can tell that she's a sorcerer. You can see the veins of magic moving through her.
Yeah, roll me an Arcana check, Kiwa. Okay, continue.
That's all I had to say, and she sits back down in her seat. She looks very anxious.
I think Schmeg would levitate another foot into the air, probably a little bit uncomfortable, wavering a little bit, and say,
By the way, bippity boppity, bippity bold. We were all promised 500 pieces of gold. I don't know if this is the appropriate time to bring. I'm just okay.
Scribbles yanks on his cloaks. He sits in the
he misses the chair and hits the floor.
Just don't know who else to bring it up to. It's just 500. All right, fine. Later. It's a
the-
later thing.
Aslan will hold up a hand and then gesture toward the Vizier, and then he will say, "Give them the gold, then."
Of course.
Wait. There's no need for that. I have a gold coin from back in the fable, remember?
The Vizier will summon small sacks of gold for you.
Oh.
Excellent. All right, I'm on board.
Aslan will look at Annalius Penetratius.
Yeah.
And he will say, if you would, good mushroom fellow, perhaps I might look at that coin.
Oh, from the fable? Very well.
No.
All right, one hand, up we go.
Scribbles is like face palm, like she's peering through like the cracks in her finger, like why is this happening? What is happening?
Without
Aslan looks
thinking,
Aslan
Metallica
looks
reaches over
unfazed.
and holds back his hair.
The Vizier will
That's
raise
something.
only a single
Sorry.
eyebrow, which is all you get from the both of them.
Lift my hair real quick. It's gotten
Yeah,
longer over the days and the
got
past
you, dude.
weeks. I will now pull out the coin that I gathered from the fable in the crypt, or in where I got the lore keeper's robes. There's that other.
Yeah, I know where it's
Okay,
from.
you remember that coin.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah,
It's surprisingly very clean.
yeah.
Damn.
Swamp enemas are quite glorious.
Metallica winks.
Thank you.
Uh,
Would you
Go
like
ahead.
this coin?
Yeah, just slide it down here.
I shall take it. The vizier will offer his
Wait.
hand to the coin.
Slide it down. Okay.
You can hear Scribble like retching.
Here we go.
The
I
vizier-
slide down the table and hand the coin to the lady. Man. Elf.
He'll take the coin. You can go be seated now. The vizier will first analyze the coin quickly and make sure it does not have, in fact, any fecal matter on it before he hands it to Azalon.
Do not worry. I keep that gold clean.
The vizier will squint and make sure. He will not allow the Lord of the fucking Archmage of Glaze to get shit on his hands.
He seemed rather unfazed. Does he
All
care?
right. The vizier cares. Because, Baka. All right,
Ain't
and
alive.
then we'll hand it to Azalon. It seems clean, my lord.
Aslan will study it. He'll pinch it between his fingers and kind of like turn it around and look at it.
That is indeed proper formation. Pinch it.
Oh my
Would you like to boof as well?
No,
As-
for
as-
goodness sake.
Aslan ignores the proposition to boof and will.
Thank God.
Schmeg looks relieved when Azalon doesn't register the boofing part.
Is it glowing with magic? Does it
As you analyze the coin carefully, it is not glowing with magic, but it is essentially of a proper historical age. So that will verify that that items and things can exist inside of fables and last until they are pulled out. So
This is happening.
so they can be
sorry,
physically
Scribble.
stored basically.
Okay, go on, Kiwa.
Scribbles, like, throughout all of this, Scribbles is staring daggers at Analius, and, like, her skin's purple, but for a second you think her cheeks flush red.
Aslan will put it back on the table and slide it back to Analius.
It's like we're playing that football game with the piece of paper.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I
Foosball.
mean,
Tell them
the
about
elf-
the crystal.
the elf will clear his throat after Metallica says that, and he will say, "Well, yes, that is part of what I wanted to talk to you all about. We could start with that, or we could begin with the other questions that I had for you. What all have you collected from this fable? Do you have anything of note or interest on you?
No. No.
I could take it from you.
Well, we
I
have a
collected some
ring.
crystals in an eyeless.
Scribbles is gonna pull out her spellbook, and inside, like, she opens the pages, and you can see there is an old, like, flower crown that's been dried out, and she's gonna slide that across the table too.
Could we collect all of this just so I can have a quick perusal while you tell me a bit about yourselves?
I think Schmeg
you
would
meant-
be.
Go on.
I was gonna say I think Schmeg would be patting his pockets, going,
Green ring? Green ring? Who knows that? Green ring? Never heard of anything. Don't know where that came from.
like Bilbo going nuts.
Green ring. Who found that? Who mentioned that? Not Schmeg.
Schmeck, it's painfully obvious you're wearing the green ring. Your fingers are microscopic. You have this big, huge trinket on you. It shines!
Schmeg would take off the ring and slide it across the table.
And now, as the ring slides to rest in front of the two of us, the vizier will look down with a very concerned face.
Aslan looks like he's got PTSD since the last time a ring got thrown at him. It was the end of the world. But he'll stop and he will hesitate to touch it, and then he'll touch it and pick it up.
All right. Somehow, some way, to both astounding scientific meaning and also ominous as hell, this ring bears the same color as one of the seven. The presence of Falcon Bladeweaver is faint, but yet still somehow remains within the ring.
Are there any etchings on it that would like maybe like a maker's mark or anything like that?
Well, as you take a closer look, what you're able to find, strangely enough, is that the maker's mark, where it would be on the ring, there is another symbol. One that you do not recognize. Well, rather, one that you cannot read, but one that you recognize. Specifically, it is a word of power, written in Cyclopean.
Okay.
That was given to me by a powerful elven maiden, and I expect it back.
Tell me about this maiden, if you don't mind.
Well, we haven't exactly what you would call a verbal relationship. It's more about feelings and emotional. We have a very strong connection. There's a bond there. You wouldn't understand. You don't know anything about it. I found it. I was chosen. The ring came to me. It's mine.
And
All I want to
technically,
do is use the ring to reshape this world in my image. Is that so bad?
That's a lot of.
Double take.
He'll put the ring down on the table and stand it up, and then like spin it and like let it just kind of like fall like right here. We're and then he'll say, "What else have you got then?" The horned one, or rather the one with crystals floating around his head, mentioned crystals.
Okay, like, so like there was like a cave. It was like a cavern. It was like rocks, and it was like a hole. You could walk in it, right? Can you imagine that? Like in your head, right? Sorry.
But shit, we both fucking did that at the same
Okay, like in each one of these caverns, there were crystals, right? And there were like different colors, and I've got crystals around my head. You can see them. They're right here. He's pointing. And then when I would pick up those crystals and I would hold them to my head, I could sense something. I have like mind powers, man. And then like if I held the crystals together, they fused together and they made this giant fucking star. And it's all these different colors. And I consumed an eyeless and it lives inside me and I'm totally fine and don't kill me.
Wait, you consumed what?
I'm just borrowing it.
Listen, there's nothing that any of you could say that is surprising to me. I am in the business of, I hesitate to call it a business because that belittles our purpose, but I am well learned when it comes to handling people who have a penchant for sticking their hand into the fire or taking things that they shouldn't, ingesting things that they shouldn't,
Or
seeking knowledge that they shouldn't have, acquiring items or tools or weapons that they should never wield. All right, so it's important that you tell me now what you have done while you are in Glaris that you think might have an effect in the future so that we can curtail whatever effect that might be.
Just as a quick side note, as Azalon is talking about shoving hands and consuming, Schmeg is just staring directly at an alias.
what?
Okay. Okay, so like, there's an eyeless. It has like no eyes, right, dude? It's like me, and then he puts his hands over his eyes, but then there's like no eyes. And they're like, they consume like everything. Anyway, I consumed one, and now I have their sight, and I can see what they see. And I can like devour their memories and shit. But then fucking Brewbad's giant bitch girlfriend that likes red, she was like, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
What was her name? The
Vizier will then
girlfriend.
say, I believe this one is referring to Jasa of the Red Pantheon, my lord. the patron of one Brewbad Stormfinger.
Aye.
Go on. Sorry. I'm queued up, but I'm not ready. Go on.
Dude, that happens all the time.
I gotta go to the bathroom, but you guys keep going. I'll be back.
She said
Okay.
that she wanted to get rid of the eyeless, and that Brewdad told her that I had one of them in me, and that she wanted to kill me, and then she's like, fine, if you're gonna have this thing, then you have to go do my mission for me, because I'm a dumb, lazy bitch.
Aslan will look at Brewbad then, as if waiting for like some kind of counterpoint.
Look, a good friend of mine has a certain disposition for the ones without eyes, and our good friend over here also has a position of consuming ones without eyes. So it was a tricky situation, but we handled it. There's no issue. Okay.
Just
As well
let
will-
it be known that his previous deity was making a heroic speech meant to steal our fears against the coming darkness, and Brewbad walked the fuck away in the middle of the sentence. Just walked away.
Never saw him again.
Never saw him again. Just walked the fuck away during the middle of a speech.
Who was your patron before?
He was a cock named Regalia.
Aslan actually kind of shrugs a little bit. I've never heard of that one.
Something you don't know.
Metallica's actually going to go through a
I'm
bag
back.
because he took a series of the crystals. There was one formation that they had created, and they tried to see what they could do with it.
I'm
and then I took extra samples, and I
Okay.
gave them to Analius, but through our pen paling things, because he was in a swamp, he sent me the crystals, and I just held on to them and just like kept them with me during my bard journey to see if there was anything I could have done with them. And then I have 6 of them. And I'll set each of those 6 crystals on the table and push it towards the vizier to see if he wants to look at them.
Oh shit.
Well, as each crystal is placed down and its color yet still remains, the vizier's eyes keep widening more and more and more and more and more and more until the 6th one's put down, and then the vizier looks up, looks at basically doing this.
So I was like, he's like, here it comes.
Here it
It's
comes.
really cool. If you hold them together and you use your like mind powers, they like snap together like magnets. It's magic.
And then once you put down 6, the vizier will say, "Is there any more of them that you have to put down?"
The last, we don't. The last one is, I believe him. It's with the Pale Emperor himself.
Yeah, that was the thing I was saying.
What?
Pale Emperor has a crystal, and he like fucking dipped.
What colors does Aslan see out of these crystals?
All but the bad one.
It's like Vietnam 2. Aslan will look sad. Like genuinely sad.
We
But he'll gesture for the vizier to grab the crystals and kind of move them over to him.
All right. The vizier will move them over towards you and, start nerding out a little bit.
Metallica said that there was a way to activate them, right?
I believe he said mind powers, my lord.
Aslan will look to Metallica and then say, could you possibly bring them together like you mentioned?
Metallica nods, reaches over for the crystals, and then just kind of holds them up, to his face, and like slowly, as like just a little magnetic toys, not really too much significance in his mind of like what's happening here. It's just like snapping them together until you get the 6-pointed star.
Fascinating.
Vizier, if you don't mind, look at it from every angle. just kind of circle it around, I guess. I don't know, or maybe you could spin it around us for us.
The vizier will offer his hand for the crystal star.
Okay.
And then he'll float it above the table and turn it around. And the vizier will turn to Lord Aslan and say, "Shall I delve, my lord?"
Yes.
All right. The vizier will cast some divination magic and will analyze the crystals. His brow will furrow in confusion. "My lord, it is not as we feared. Although their remnants are yet still here, I do not sense their presences. And indeed, it seems what had happened yet still remains. But what is
That's
strange?
comforting.
What is strange, my lord, is that there are memories within these crystals. Not of the colors, but something else."
Metallica's gonna quickly like jump in and be like, yeah, like each one of these crystals, I would take them and then I would have like visions, and the vision kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse.
What
Saw other things.
what did you see?
A giant wireless monster. I think that's what I have in my notes, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Akin
it
to what it is you
Omnimax or
ingested?
whatever?
Almanacs.
Almanacs.
Aslan will ask, akin to what it is you consumed, Brewbad, or is this a different eyeless creature?
Oh, Brewbad looks offended. I did not consume nothing. The only things I consumed were non. Listen, yes, as far as we're aware, the same creature from all the crystals is the same creature that was in these. That is now in Metallica, I think.
Oh, right, it was him. I have experience with these creatures, or I hesitate to call them creatures because they are all kind of an extension of one thing. They're like cancerous, undulating, evil things. Or rather, part of me traveled the stars long ago, and I saw something that definitely sounds a lot like what was described in these documents, and he possessed something that was greatly useful in the cataclysm. But even with that tool, it did not even occur to him that he could possibly destroy these things. His vessel, the thing that he traveled the stars with. So if you should encounter the eyeless ones, as they're called, I would recommend. There are some things that it's probably fine for you to tamper with and take upon yourself. I would qualify the eyeless ones as something that you should either flee from or seek to destroy. Don't ever. I knew a person long ago. Her name was Saren, and she made a pact with one of these. Have you heard them called overminds? He'll ask.
No.
I don't think so.
No, that overmind went over my head.
Doesn't ring a bell.
There are several overminds, and I don't know the exact specifics because she and her friends were tight-lipped, much to my chagrin. But I do know, 50 years hence, that she made a very deadly mistake that has ramifications and repercussions even now. And somehow, some way, all of that stuff that she did, we're still standing, which is surprising to me, but we are still here. So if we are going to move forward, I need an agreement from all of you to first seek a cure for your friend Metallica to remove whatever it is he has taken upon himself. If that is even the case, I don't know that you know what you did, or
Yeah, dude, I don't even know. Look, I did it so I can understand what the fuck it was. Cause I was trying to like eat its memory so I can know what it knew. And
That's
I
pretty
thought,
meta.
like, if these things are gonna come after us, if I like, like double agent and I like knew what they knew, then I knew where they were going and I knew how they would act, and then I would be able to kind of like be one of them and think like one of them and kill them myself.
There are entire worlds that succumbed to these overminds in the
Okay,
past.
never mind.
I don't want to say that I doubt your ability to do that, because I've been surprised by even greater things than that. And indeed, Saren's fusion with one of these overminds actually assisted us greatly before the cataclysm. So 50 years ago, I would have been very angry with you, but now I understand that perhaps through careful navigation and oversight, that maybe we can turn this into something good. The thing that concerns me with you, and then he'll pause, is that you are a man. He'll pause again, as if like trying to. That is
the vizier will nod in confirmation. Nod.
I can tell immediately by looking at you and based upon what you've showed us by way of merging those crystals together, that you are a man that has a natural disposition for psionics. And indeed, it's very telling that you were the one to ingest that instead of any of your friends, because I understand the natural proclivities of adventurers. I understand that if it wasn't you, it might have been anyone else. But the fact that it chose you means that you are a double-edged sword for us now. And I ask that you try your best to not give in to temptation.
Absolutely, dude. And then he like, because he doesn't understand customs and he's kind of a dipshit, he just stands up and bows and then sits back down again.
Aslan looks pleased. He's like, and then Aslan will do a little half bow from his chair, and then he will say, it's a tall order, and I know that you don't fully understand everything now, but when the time comes, I pray that I am able to equip you with the knowledge that you need to not make the same mistakes of the past. And then he will look at, were there any other items that were put forth?
Scribbles she's gonna like slowly raise her hand.
And here we go.
Oh boy.
Here we fucking go.
This meeting was going good.
I think Schmeg would look at Aslan and sort of hold his hands to the side and go,
Everything leading up to this is what I like to call preheating the oven.
So I may have used my own blood to write in a fable and change the story.
Schmeg hovers a foot away from Scribbles.
Can you tell me what exactly that means? Walk me through the entire happening.
Well, I panicked. I panicked. I was bleeding, and I might have taken the fable while we were fighting with Notchek himself, and used my blood to rewrite the fable.
When we were in the fable, it was insane, dude. You totally just had to be there.
Literally, reality collapsing forward and backward around us.
So
Which quite something.
What I mean, apart from the demiplane shifting and changing as such, do you feel different? Have you acquired new knowledge? What has happened to you after doing that? What did you write exactly?
So a quick aside here, there, Kiwo. Your fuddy-duddy resulted in a few things. the things I told you about your apprenticehood, that is certainly something that you know in character. You know it because every time you fall asleep, his whispers are heard.
Well, this happened, and she points to her forehead where there's this like moon-shaped tattoo. This-
Go on.
This happened, and I hear things sometimes, but it's probably nothing. It's probably due to stress. Schmeg sleeps in the room next door. He's probably
No,
talking to
I can feel the magic seeping out of you. You're a practitioner of the arts. When you hear something like that, it is either, I mean, you look pretty not mad to me. So
My lord.
if you're yes.
Misty step.
Well done.
She avoids eye contact.
I think as you two are looking at Scribbles, Schmeg is behind you and he's sort of like shaking his head like,
Nah, no, don't feel good about it. No, no. All that stuff about, oh, it's okay, I sleep in the room next to her. No.
My lord,
it's
Guy's
not
made
okay.
of worms,
There
guys.
is something strange about her
guy's a
markings.
Do you recognize them? Do I recognize them?
He will generate a larger image for you to see. And you see that although the symbols look like that of a moon, they look like something else. The teleporting pad
Okay.
and Camp Last Stand.
Why are you laughing?
I don't like this. I
Because-
don't like where this is going.
Actually, I don't want to tell you guys because you don't know. Never mind.
But Aslan knows what that means, and the Vizier will look at you with a knowing look, and will misty step back to his fucking chair.
Aslan will look angry, but like kind of like how an elf would look angry. He kind of like sits up straight and is like narrowing his eyes, and it just looks over it. And he will say, "I suggest you are candid with me."
Nothing is forbidden.
Ah, fuck.
Did you just say it? Did she just say it?
The Vizier will begin to lose like his form as his worms start to shudder,
oh god.
and then we'll turn to look down. What did you just say?
Schmeg moves another foot to the side.
Now is not
You
the
know
time to
who-
hold your tongue.
Aslan will hold up. We'll hold up his hand, and then we'll. He will say to Scribbles, "Have you heard of a man named Tyr?"
As Aslan speaks the wizard's name, Scribbles begins to feel a pain in her head.
She sort of winces. Would I have known his name at all? Is it?
You would have
something
known everything around his name, but now that the name has been spoken, you know what it is.
Hey, stop that! Don't fucking hurt her. She didn't do nothing.
She just nods.
What do you know about him?
Wait, what do I know exactly? 'Cause
Now, thankfully, this time, you know only as much as you know. You, the
Which-
player, which is not a lot, so.
do I know that he's an author?
You know that he is an author, yes. But more importantly, you know that he is, well... Okay, let me explain exactly. You know you don't know nearly as much as Aslan does or anybody that actually participated in that, but what you know for certain is that Tyr is an individual that believed in the creed that nothing is forbidden.
And he was a hero in Alexandria and Glaeus. The stranger.
Yep.
There it is.
Yep.
Okay.
There it is,
Yep.
sorry.
There you go.
Okay, sorry.
No, please continue. No, follow that line of Yes, go down that path.
He's the stranger, and he's done nothing but good deeds for the people over here.
The
Do
vizier will close his
you-
eyes and breathe in through all of his noses.
Do you have time for a tale, good lady?
I love story time.
I'm gonna look back at everyone. She's like shaking, like just nods.
You know, it's not only her time that the story would take up. There's a bunch of us.
And
He
Schmeg would
leans
look
back
around.
and slaps Meg.
And Schmeg would
Zuko's
shut up.
settling in his shoes are up on the desk and he's like, hell yeah, story time, dude.
All right, Moon, give it to him.
Okay. Time to see how much I remember.
Hell yeah.
Are you... How old is the oldest one among you?
That'd be Brubad, the dwarf.
What do you mean, Brubad? I'm a celestial being. I'm 416,000 years old.
Metallica's counting on his fingers.
Oh, that's good. That's good. No, one extra. There you go.
Is it this one after this one? Is that one?
It doesn't really matter about the order as long as you get the count right. Usually you
Yeah,
follow
yeah,
each one
dude.
after the next. Like me, follow me. One,
One,
two,
three.
Wait,
Oh, God.
which one do I use? Usually I just use two fingers
How do
when
we
it goes
summon the
up
thing
the
that
bum,
wipes
but-
out the entire realm? How do we do that? We need another piece of the crystal. God.
Oh, I totally forgot to
We're
mention
all
the
old enough
prismatic
to
booth.
drink, okay, dude? If you're
Oh,
asking,
no.
we have our IDs on us.
Should I have mentioned the
I know the
prismatic booth?
owner
The
of this
Rainbow
venue.
Road?
Good dwarf, how old are you?
Last I counted, I'm 237.
Do you ever see a flash of light in the sky? Maybe... How long ago would it have been?
50 years.
Before... no, before that.
Wait. Which one?
The one that Aslan would have been alive to see that stopped time, basically. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
That one was approximately, I think it's 190 years ago.
Okay. I don't like to assume things, but did you grow up in Krazix by chance?
No, Jolton. Horrible place.
So did I. I'm a ward of Witch Town.
Oh, which town? Never went myself. I stayed over in the Grinning Gambler.
You know, it's strange. We would have dwelled in there or around there at the same time when the light in the sky was. He pauses. Purple. This,
The
and
vizier lets out a
everything.
breath. Oh.
And time froze. Do you remember that by chance? I know you would have been a younger man.
I think most people around that time, they ain't gonna forget it.
That and everything that followed was a direct consequence of a man who believed that he had the power too. And then he'll pause and look at Schmeg. Rewrite things in his image. I gazed into the sky and I saw a vast collection of what appeared to be rock, but really was just a horrendous mess of screaming faces and souls that had been extracted from people in the pursuit of changing everything, of undoing everything. And it's strange because I know that I've seen centuries, and I know that the dwarf here has seen centuries, but the concept of time and of everything is completely thrown out the window when you are the man tier, or when you are these remnants of the past, of the cataclysm. It's important to know that this would still be the 6th iteration, right?
That is correct. And just to be clear, The thing in the sky you were talking about. Were you talking about the Herald?
No, there was like
the previous one. Okay, so we're on the same page.
Phase three, I think, is what someone in chat said.
Oh, that was not okay. I thought you were referencing something else. Phase 3 was a little over 50 years ago, like 55 or something like that.
Okay, it would have been longer than that then.
Yeah,
the Reckoning.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That was 190 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Tyr was a servant of the Seven. Are you familiar with the Seven?
Rubad will take out the holy symbol of the Seven we got from the fable. Bits and bobs, nice colours and all that.
The Seven are a well, they were worshipped. I'm not sure how much worship they get nowadays because their wrongs were corrected. But they were men and women who existed in previous iterations. And iterations they're difficult to explain in any sort of spatial way. I would say that maybe. How familiar are all of you with? I don't know. I don't want to call it time travel. How about the Great Wheel? Have you heard of the Great Wheel?
History checks, everyone.
Faces. Oh,
Yeah, Schmeg would just be looking around the rest of the table expecting someone to pick it up.
Oh yes.
oh, I need ownership, Arcadum, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
But
totally.
you don't have ownership?
But just to explain it anyway for those who don't.
Yeah, Schmeg knows it for sure, but maybe just in case anyone else doesn't know, just say it again.
Yeah, dude.
The Great Wheel and the Tapestry of Fate, as overseen by their respective deities, are the things in the fabric of the universe that allow things to continue. And the primary cause for the cataclysm 50 years ago was that the tapestry had a hole burned in it by or rather I should say perhaps one of the people that Tyr served in a previous iteration of our universe. And it somehow, some way, this fellow found a way to disseminate himself and to split himself, to infiltrate the past and the future and the present, to do all of the things that he attempted to do in order to correct the mistakes that his masters made, the Seven. He ultimately was successful, but at great cost. I did not see it with my own eyes, but I heard rumors and descriptions of things within his arcane labyrinth. The markings on your forehead were I don't want to call it a maker's mark for Tyr, but necessary symbols to transport the non-initiated, i.e. people who are not inclined to traveling between our plane and a demi-plane, to transport them into a grand and alien complex that Tyr made specifically to research a method to undo that mistake, that hole in the tapestry, to finally right the wrongs of the past that we were unfortunate enough to inherit as our sin. And we, and myself included, and you lot as well, should you have been born prior to 50 years ago, this is a burden that we all had thrust upon ourselves by Tyr. And part of me, he was a tragic man. I knew him as the stranger first before I even knew who he was. And he was a hero in Glaeus, recorded. It was like he was a mythological figure that came and went and kind of undid some injustices in Glaeus proper before he did that. But the true reason he was in Glaeus and the true reason he was here and on other planets that parts of myself have had the pleasure of visiting. And the reason he went to the past, the present, the future, all of these places was because he was attempting to find a way to create something that he could use to simply create a new iteration. And I hesitate to call it a new universe because it's greater than that. It goes even beyond that. The forces that we are on a planet. I'm only going to elaborate this because I know that some of you may not know this. And he'll pause. But we exist upon a planet. And all around us are the various planes, be they the plane of fire, the plane of air, the Feywild, the Shadowfell, the Hells. That is only our direct vicinity. And as you move out into the universe, and specifically your new patron, Brewbad, she exists, or at least her home base is actually Anareth. And should you ever seek to, I don't know, pray to her or whatever, if you should find any mention of the Red Star Anareth, I suggest you seek that path so that you might finally realize your connection with this being.
Yeah, she's a bitch.
Hey. You said a star?
It is a satellite, a floating piece of artificial construction. Although I am told that it is shaped like a star.
Indeed. And I haven't had the pleasure of visiting it myself, but I have seen it through other eyes, and it is a truly magnificent place. And I hope that one day, should you prove worthy in what it is I wish to ask of all of you, that maybe you'll get the chance to go. But then he'll continue exposition. He'll take a drink of water. Tyr succeeded against all odds in subjecting innocent children, or think of the most horrendous and horrific people or beings. Imagine the most horrific ways that you could possibly destroy them or torture them. Or he went at any cost, and then he'll pause and kind of smirk at Scribbles, to find a way to accomplish what it is he thought he had to accomplish in order to ensure that there was a future. So even though some of the things that he did were reprehensible, and I will admit, I consider myself a learned wizard, I would have never considered doing, which incidentally would have, if I was here in that situation, we wouldn't be here now. So while he had his purposes, he definitely, if you understood the length to which he went to create what he did to aid us in the final confrontation against the sins of the past, as they sailed down on us from the across the stars, from across the universe. If you knew even a fraction of that, you might be shaking even more than you were before.
Hey, Arcadum, I have a question. Even though my origins changed, would I remember anything of my fellowship for Lorita?
Yeah.
Okay, I tell that to Moon's character.
Okay, tell him.
What exactly?
Oh, God, dude.
Yeah, roleplay. Role
Okay.
player.
It hurts, but it hurts my brain, and I think it hurts everybody's brain because Metallica's so dumb.
Okay, like
No.
I haven't always been the perfect specimen that I am now. I used to follow this really angry child. Her name was Lorita, and she told me about how she was suffering. And everybody that she knew was also suffering for this asshole.
From Tyr.
Yeah.
The Arcane Labyrinth itself it is suspected, based upon what it is I heard from the people that I conscripted to go down there. It all evidence points to it possibly having led to the very planet that your goddess, or a previous goddess, I'm not sure, was kind of created. Tyr was not above torturing anyone or anything. To find that speck of hope that he thought he was the only person possibly that could ever learn it. And in the final conflict, I stood in my camp, and I had assistance from some of the powers that be, and then he'll kind of gesture to the floating crystals that the vizier has, in rotating the planet itself so that I could see the battle above. And parts of me and everyone else that I had conscripted, all of those people, I watched them die. I watched them disintegrate into dust while being, what's the word? For having the hubris to face down something that the average mind cannot even begin to comprehend. I watched them one by one fade into dust, but I saw a speck of light, and now I realize after the fact what it was, but it was something of Tyr's creation from the arcane labyrinth that was in of itself born from that horrendous torture, but apparently potent enough to restart everything. So with his magic and with the fact that he had everything available to him, he did the impossible. He did what gods could not even do. And in that final moment, as I myself was fading into dust, I saw them come back. And then they took the enemy by surprise, and then we, one by one, whittled him down into nothing. And the masters that Tyr served, even the enemy himself, returned to the fabric. I'm going to call it this because I would have to talk for many days for you to possibly understand, and time, unfortunately, is of the essence. But they returned to their place in the universe, far away, which is good news for us, especially now that you've brought these crystals, Metallica, because it proves that our work was not undone. And that perhaps you should not be as afraid of the Pale Emperor as these may have led you to believe.
It is still distressing, my lord, for if even a remnant of the power of the one that they have purported that the Pale Emperor holds, even its shadow could be a terrible strength.
We shall have to see.
Indeed.
If you should see anything similar to this in the future, like Schmeg's ring or these crystals, just unless it's a matter of life and death for yourselves, because as it stands now, the job that I have for you is something that will decide our whole planet's fate. So unless you are in immediate danger and you know that you might be able to use these artifacts to save yourself or your friends, I would ask that you simply communicate with me, and I will have a way for you to do so, as your subterfuge is enacted upon the Pale Emperor.
Deal.
At the end of the day, I cannot. I will not be there with you. I cannot make you not do these things. I just, many times, time and time again, I have seen the mistakes that adventurers have made, and I often wonder in reverie how it is we did not fail.
It is no doubt, in no small part, to your strength, my lord, and to the strength of those that offered themselves during a great time of need. And thus,
Indeed.
it would seem that your time has come. The vizier will gesture to the 5 of you. For if this emperor is allowed to grow and take his place in the natural cycle of Glaeus, perhaps with your influence, we may actually have someone to speak with. Perhaps there can be unity. Perhaps the world that my lord and the heroes that fought alongside him all those years ago may have been for this chance. Not just survival.
Schmeg would raise one of his hands.
Yes.
Just checking. So, the whole idea of tutoring the pale emperor, the childlike emperor, to continue a life following a good philosophy, great idea. Unify Verum. On board with that. No complaints. If he turns out to be a bit of a dick, can we just, and wait for the next one? if it's a cyclical thing,
Brubad
if
glares
he's,
at
if he's
Meg.
12, 13, 14, and a bit of a dick, can we just and wait for the cycle to pump out the next one and help that one instead? Or not?
Scribble's face plants on the table.
Aslan will say, I'm unsure of what it is his race maybe, or her race. We don't know. I mean, I suppose it would be the Empress if it was a lady. But the way that human children work, at least, is that they are very impressionable. So if that one turns out to be a dick, he'll pause. Having sworn, he will kind of like look disgusted with himself.
Bad taste in his mouth.
He'll say, "It would have been your fault."
Oh boy, that's
You
a
went for the
bummer.
best,
Okay,
dude.
fair enough. We just can't screw it up then. Got it.
If I would like to say that the slaughtering of the emperor, whilst may be practical, the vizier's neutral evil is showing, it is not useful. For yes, if the cycle does continue and more are born, that will take several years. And already we are behind time. It will only be in short order until the Pale Emperor decides to take his chance. Despite what my lord and the other diplomats that we have sent to placate them, to stall them, there is a limit. All throughout Glaeus, their people are poised at the edge of their own self-destruction. War, self-interest, famine, disease. I have seen what happens when a world becomes destabilized. As such, I believe it is important that you not worry so much of what the child will grow up to be, but rather that you have given him or her every advantage that you can.
Fair enough.
May I speak freely for a moment?
Sure.
I don't know whether you're talking to the right 5 people when it comes to politics.
I would dare respond that perhaps that is a good thing. For the child will be well versed in politics. There will be no shortage of academics. That is not your purpose. You are to teach him the things that he will need to know to weather the great storm of his life. For the tragedy of the Emperor's cyclical birth is that they are born in tragedy. I have studied the cyclical edicts of the emperors before. None come from happy families. I do not know why this is, but it would seem that they are born orphans, abandoned, raised by the world. Perhaps this gives them a more worldly outlook. Perhaps not. This I do not know for certain. But what I do know is that the land itself chooses them. So therefore, you, whether or not you wish to be or believe yourselves capable to be, must be the guiding force in this child's life. A parent, if you wish to say that. A mentor, if you prefer that. But make no mistake, a piece of each of you will be imprinted upon the child. And I can see past the facade of comedy that you put out upon yourselves, for you would not have survived the trial of Notchek if you were weak. And that is the thing that matters the most, if I may be so pertinent as to place my opinion out there, my lord. Strength is all that matters. Only the strong can be kind. Only the strong can be moral. The weak can do nothing. This is what you must do. The Vizier gets a little wild there. His neutral evil is showing again.
Schmeg would Schmeg was sort of like starting to hover over the table, and as the Vizier was talking about, teaching lessons and moral upstanding and imparting a piece of yourself, Schmeg was holding his hands forward and gesturing more and more broadly at Analius.
No offense, Analius, but I mean, in terms of life lessons, let's just be careful with the heavy-handed nature in which we talk about teaching the lessons, what with the putting in the ass and all that.
No, we are gonna teach him how to play guitar, and he's gonna be sick at it. Why not teach him any Metallica songs? Because nobody has become a successful musician by playing Metallica music, and we know this.
Ooh! Beep, 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 beep.
Shut up!
The Vizier will raise an eyebrow at that.
We will do what you ask of us.
The Vizier will...
I trust. It says the Vizier says. You lot have the tools that you need to do this properly should you successfully locate him. I don't agree with the Vizier and his purview when it pertains
the Vizier
to...
will cover his face and look away, ashamed.
Ooh.
I believe that a lord or a king or a queen or an empress, they are only as good as their subjects. Someone who can respect that would serve much better than any sort of tyrant. But I don't need to educate you on the nuances of having a child and raising it, because I know that, there are many, for lack of a better word, dumb people who can do it. So if they can do it, I have faith that you lot can do it. And then he'll smile at all of them.
Oh yeah, setting the standard high. I like this guy.
The Vizier will dab away his tears with his handkerchief.
Schmeg has no visible mouth, but you can tell that he is straining to fake a smile.
Yeah, great.
I have reports of where the child might be found.
Go on.
Well, we have received word that the child's birth has either happened or is about to happen within a small, nondescript shrine just outside of Belloc, the city of bells. The shrine is found, a shrine to the yokai, that is found just outside of the city along the path of prosperity, one of the many different shrines that one can find. It would seem that the child's mother is a shrine maiden of some kind. We must make haste, for already we have heard whispers of the eclipse has sent their agents ahead. You must move with haste.
Do we have anything in the armory for these folks?
Well, I was thinking, my lord, perhaps their connection with another might see them better equipped than perhaps you and I can provide. The Vizier will gesture towards the ring. We could see if he wishes to aid us.
I would prefer not. After all, this is sort of how it all began, if you want to generalize it. What's one color from the other, I suppose, in this context?
Oh, my lord.
Hold up just a second.
Red lady's a bitch.
My lord, I was not referencing the color, but rather the mark upon the ring.
Oh. Then that is something that I can certainly support.
Very well. Tell me, Brewbad Stormfinger,
That's right.
have you met the Shaper yet?
The who now?
Perhaps you should meet the head of your order.
Listen, I didn't sign up for no order. If you've signed a contract in my handwriting, that's not right.
You bear the markings upon yourself. You have it imprinted here. He'll point behind his ear.
Brubad looks at Scribbles. What the fuck? No, I haven't met no leader of no order.
Very well then.
Get for picking a tattoo off a wall.
With your permission, my lord, perhaps he and his forge wife can provide some armaments.
I think that would be splendid. Do you intend on calling him here or having us go there? All right, and then Aslan will stand up, kind of like in anticipation, but also out of respect.
All right, here we go. Kraken, go ahead and connect. All right. Oh, man. Thanks for doing this, guys.
Will we ever reconvene as we go on our merry way?
There will be various points at which I will come for all of you. Don't worry. I took a somewhat hands-off approach to the last set of adventures, and all of being nearly collapsed in on itself.
Oh, God. Whoops. But let me tell you, if that happened last time and you had a hands-on approach, be as hands-on as you can with us, please. Save us
you
from
makes you
ourselves.
stronger, dude.
I mean, as you can see, we don't have very big hands, so we'll take any hands we can take.
The Vizier will raise his hands above his head, and then he will say, Kal Zatar Anoreth!
More clapping, I don't know who likes that.
A brief moment passes, and then a red light appears in the area. Mo Calvin, the Shaper, appears before you.
Howdy.
Aslan will
Aslan.
bow in respect as he arrives.
We'll give a little nod.
Shaper, thank you for joining us. It's been too long. Can I get you anything?
Yeah, beer.
Aslan will go and get him a beer.
But my... The Vizier doesn't like that. I could do it for you. Your hands are too important to be sullied with such a small task.
So who these new ones?
Yes, Shaper, allow me. These are the individuals chosen in order to restore the divine wind, or rather, the Emperor of Glaeus, the trueborn Emperor, in the hopes that the unity and stabilization of the continent might be, well, withheld with this Emperor's rule, therefore giving Lord Aslan and the various diplomats of the heroes of Calcatesh a means by which to attempt to unite all of Verum in understanding and knowledge of each other's, well, existence. We have called you here for two purposes. The first, if you please, Schmeg.
Yeah, you want the ring?
Yes.
Bippity boppity bippity brag. I am the infinitely wise one known as Schmeg. All shall know me and fear my wrath.
Around the table and seeing absolutely no reaction from anyone, he just and slide the ring across the table.
The Vizier will take the ring and will hand it to Mo.
Nice to meet you, Schmig. I'm Mo.
I'll take a look at the ring.
No.
All right, Mo, as you take a look at the ring, you can see that it permeates with the color of green, the sister color to red, which is not only alarming in and of itself, considering what's supposed to have happened, but then you see why you have been summoned. There is a symbol in Cyclopean. That means bearer written within the ring.
Tell me, does anyone here know what this says?
All right.
Do I still have Eyes of the Rune Keeper? Would I have known what that means?
Yeah.
I think it means bearer.
Mo will stand up and slowly walk around the table.
No.
He's like making himself as small as he can in his seat, like really just scrunching up.
Ooh, wow, you're large. Ooh, large fellow. Hello.
He'll like lean way down to your face level.
Do you mean to tell me
Oh my god.
that you, masked man, speak Cyclopean?
Well, there's a lot of moving parts. I mean, speak it. What is it to speak it rather than to know a word here or there? I mean, could have meant anything. Could have been wrong. Speaking is a generous term. I know a word or two in Cyclopean.
Well, that's how I started too.
And he's gonna clap you on the back.
Oh, okay.
Mock back.
Very dramatic, my shaper.
Schmeg is looking around like the guy from Super Troopers when the cops peel away out of nowhere. Like,
What's happening? What was that? What just happened? What did that mean?
All right. So, we have called you here for the first purpose, that you might study the ring. And second, we were hoping that you might enlist your forge wife to aid these individuals. For to keep this emperor or empress safe, they will need proper equipment.
Oh boy. Now, not to be disrespectful to the party, but you know, she doesn't like to be called for every little errand and whatnot. She's a really busy lady, and
Surely this is of some import.
I mean, sure, yeah. Are you guys important?
Very.
I'd say so.
We're new parents.
Dude.
well done.
Oh,
Well
well,
done.
that sounds like a task worthy of some tools. I'll see what I can do.
Would you
Do
like
you
to,
want to call her here, or
Would you like
should
to-
I go there?
Would you like to call your wife?
Oh yes, I would.
All right. You use the word for speak. And she's on the other end.
Rixie, you hear me?
Yes, my husband. You have summoned my voice. Why are you not here that I might stroke and grasp your horns?
It's only for a minute, honey. I swear. I was
she's on
called away on
speaker.
business.
She's on speaker.
How do I put this?
Ah,
How do I put this in my head? I don't.
Oh, I will be putting your head somewhere.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm in public.
Lucky ball.
Aslan's here. Say hi, Aslan.
Hey,
Yes,
Is
we
she
are.
hot? Is your girl
Hi.
fucking hot, dude?
Oh. Greetings, Lord Azalon.
he looks to Aslan, like pleading.
Oh, you're muted.
You're muted, Moon.
Muted there, Moon.
It's okay.
What the f?
Yeah.
First he said first he said greetings, esteemed forge wife, and then he said, I pray that your head stroking has gone well.
Please don't bring up the head stroke.
Indeed it has. It seems that the Shaper's stamina has improved.
He's holding his head in his hands.
In either case, why have you summoned me, husband?
Bunch of upstart adventurers needing some help like the good old days.
And you have called me to make armaments for them?
Yeah, I was assured they're worth it, so.
I shall be the judge of that. Gaze your
I
eyes
know you
upon
will.
them.
All right. He's gonna look around everyone. Now, I used to scare people with this, but, that was in my more reckless days, so if you're put off by a three-eyed minotaur, then look away. And then his eyes are gonna open. You'll see a third eye open in the middle of his head.
As soon as that happens, Schmeg looks at his ring and his eyes just go wide.
They have potential. Very well. They shall do this. If they believe themselves to be of proper strength, then they may take greater challenges on their journey. They will then take those challenges, if they are victorious, and bring me evidence of their deeds. And then, perhaps, I shall make for them weapons, armor, proper armaments, for ones worthy enough to wield them.
You heard the boss lady.
Give them this so that I might track their deeds. And in front of Mo, a silver kind of, I guess it would be a tablet appears.
Okay, which one of you is the responsible one?
I think
just
Schmeg
the
would
place
immediately
for
point at
this.
Scribbles.
I raise my hand.
Do not give it to Annalius, whatever you do.
It won't get lost. I've literally had things pass through several fables.
Same
The
up
safest
there.
location.
Remove those crystals. He was fine, dude.
The Rainbow Road.
Based on the volume of the table, I think the first suggestion was right. He's gonna hand you the tablet.
I place it into my satchel. Thank you.
Furthermore, husband,
Yes, wife.
the Red Star awakens.
Oh,
Oh, God, get a room.
Okay, I didn't mean it like that, but that is very funny. But anyway, she will instead say, one of the maidens stir.
really?
One of them bears her mark.
Which maiden?
Brubad raises his hand a little bit, casually.
Are you the maiden that I'm looking for?
I guess I am. Never been called a maiden before, but I kind of like it.
All right, Mo.
You sure you got that right, wife?
All right, Mo, as you look upon Brubad, he's not really a lot, but then you see the symbol behind his ear, and then you sense a kinship with him. As you serve a handmaiden of the Astral Traveler, so too does Brubad serve another. You sense the presence of Jasa upon Brubad.
No shit. He'll extend his hand.
Brubad will, not the handshake, but like the forearm shake.
Yeah.
The warrior shake.
Roll me a strength check, buddy.
Okay. Hold on.
Or athletics, I think. Yeah, right.
I need to check something really quick. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Plus 13.
Holy crap.
Okay, all right.
Oh! What happened again, dude?
Macho.
All right.
It's a
Mo
class.
and Brubad grasp each other by warrior hands. They squeeze. The area around them trembles a little bit. This one is a young follower of the Red Star, but he brims with potential, Mo.
I'm gonna like you, I think.
I think you will.
What do you know of the woman you serve?
She's big, she's quiet, and she gives me cool shit. That's all so far.
All the best do.
am still here.
Oh, yeah, wife. Sorry. I keep. Usually I'm just there in person. We don't really do the speaker phone thing, but. Would you like to say hi to the new servant of Jahasa?
He like awkwardly stands really close to you, not knowing how the speaker works.
I can see him just fine, husband. But more importantly, this is what you were made Shaper for, is it not? Although, he is no maiden, but perhaps a Shaper in training.
Ooh. So I won't be the only one again. You and me,
I'm assuming you're a dwarf, right? You're like,
Yes.
okay, you look way down.
You and me, a little
Down
guy.
and wide.
I got a bunch of stuff to show you. You, tell me, you like the color red?
It's growing on me.
Yeah,
He's gonna look down at his fancy red robes.
yeah, I started off as a pirate, so
Oh.
yeah. It'll
He
grow
really
on
did.
you.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, he was
I'm
a
sorry.
rogue pirate.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
I'll give you a tour sometime of my own stopping grounds, and you can meet the missus.
Oh, I look forward to it.
Do you know the responsibility that comes with this?
I don't know a lot. It was kind of thrust upon me. I'm very new.
Yeah, that was me too one day. You'll do fine.
All right, Mo.
Thanks.
It is within Mo's power and right to grant him the regalia of his office.
Damn, right here, right now?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I would say kneel, but I don't think that's necessary.
He's gonna, like, take out his,
No need for that.
I don't really have a sword either.
He's gonna take out his, axe, the Maiden's Scream, and he's gonna, like, lower it down on, near your neck, but he's gonna have to, like, he'll, like, crouch and look at from the side so he doesn't lower it too low and cut you, because he can't see that low.
Okay. What's your name?
Brubad Stormfinger.
Brubad Stormfinger. Do you pledge to uphold the office of the Shapers in the name of your maiden Jahasa?
Brubad will, like, stop for a second, not really knowing what he's getting into. Yeah, sure. Yes, I do. Wait, are we married? Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you do not marry your maiden. You serve your maiden.
He's gonna, like, look a little disturbed for a minute.
Do you have feelings for your maiden that we should know about before I do this?
Am I legally obliged to answer that question?
He's gonna consult the Shaper book and read through to see if there's any.
Azon looks a little grossed out by the process. I like offended, actually.
No, there is no rule that says you can't, but it's probably not wise to do that, considering they are ethereal beings that exist in an ephemeral state that transits.
Yeah.
You know.
You're probably... listen, son. He's gonna get down on me.
Sit up on your knee.
There comes a time in every young Shaper's life where they gotta realize that the maiden they serve, they'll never really get to meet, you know? Like, you can talk with them, but...
He's better off as friends, honestly.
They exist beyond our plane. Yeah, exactly. They can be your space friend, you know?
Listen, I was pulling your horns, okay?
Nope, that's for the wife. You
better
can't
not
touch
be.
these. Yeah.
Oh,
See,
sorry.
you're gonna
I would.
anger.
Speaking of which, I seem to recall Mr. Cowbull seeming quite small when it came to his wife in terms of, I don't know, differential. So perhaps it's not impossible.
What is that supposed to mean, Aslan?
Do you not recall how it was when you first met?
Why, yes, we shouted at each other, and she shouted my clothes off and decided not to kill me and gave me my horns back.
Wow.
And, yeah, it was a whole thing.
What I meant was that she was exceptionally powerful compared to how.
Oh, yeah, she still is. She can kick my ass.
That's all.
Ain't that right, honey?
A lion does not need to say it is a lion.
Hey.
Wow. But no, don't worry. Brubad will take a gold necklace and shows a pretty big ring. There's no worries from that side of things.
Oh, you got one of your own back home. All right, that's nice.
Aye.
Honey, it's a ring. He's gonna like try to get close to it so she can see it.
It's like a FaceTime call.
Yeah, like a FaceTime call. Like
an old person that doesn't understand how technology
Yes,
works. Can
yes,
you see
I
it?
see that. Please finish the ritual.
Right.
Turn the camera.
Okay, well, in that case, your duties will be to defend the maiden and the sanctity of Anareth, the Red Star. Also, we are currently on the lookout for some magical girls. It's like a whole other thing. Do you know anything about that?
Were you looking to recruit?
Yeah, exactly. We
Brubad will
Roll
look
the
over
Shaper is kind of
scribbles. She's pretty magical, and I think she's a girl.
I think she's a girl.
Excuse me?
I didn't want to make no assumptions, Scribbles. Jesus.
The casual way he just said that destroyed me. And I think she's a girl. Excuse me.
I'm a woman, damn it!
Sorry.
I'm sorry, it's not sure.
Well, that's a great place to start, I assume. I mean, traveling with one in your own party, that'd be interesting. But yeah, essentially, they pledge themselves to your maiden, and then, you know, you imbue them with the power of the maiden. You're kind of like their manager, I guess.
All right, I'll keep my eye out. But you have my word. I'll protect and serve.
For those of you that don't know, the Shapers make magical girls, like Sailor Moon. Winky face. Please continue.
Oh no, what did I get myself into?
That's literally every day of playing with Arcadum for me.
All right, you ready to receive the power of your maiden?
I am, I think. Hit me with it.
Okay.
And he'll do the ritual.
All right. As you raise up your axe and you descend it down a third time atop Brubad's head, the entirety of his form will shift and shape as heavy red spiked plate mail will appear around Brubad's body. And it will be attopped with a Shaper's crown. It is not nearly as complete as yours, missing several of the spines and spikes and adornments that yours does, but it marks him as a Shaper in training. And in his hand, the scepter of the Lorekeeper will be summoned once more, but this one will be adorned with a hammer's heft. Alright, Brubad. You are granted the Shaper's armor, which is a artifact that will level with you, and
Holy shit.
And the Lorekeeper's hammer, which is something else that will level with you.
What the F?
Ooh.
Hell yeah,
That's
dude.
fucking sick, dude.
Mike, how's that
Shit.
ring?
And this is the first artifact gift that you receive As you continue throughout the rest of your adventure to do side quests, okay, let me explain this a little bit. So, Mo's wife will create for you powerful weapons, armor, items, all kinds of good stuff as you continue on your quest, but you have to do special side quest stuff. Most of that will be that you will have to face great challenges, like powerful monsters or difficult to defeat boss encounter, things like that. It's basically optional bosses that can grant you additional wealth, prestige, and power. And the reward system is through Mo's wife.
That's cool.
And that's kind of
I
how
like
that works.
that.
So there's always some side stuff that you can do. However, your beginning stuff is that since Brubad follows the Red Star of Anareth, he has been gifted minor shaperhood by Mo Cowbell.
Does he know any power words already?
He does not.
Oh boy.
There is one, however, that you teach him to start, and that is Anareth.
Okay.
Nice.
Tell me, have you come across any fancy words in your travels so far?
Brubad will look back at Analias. They both mentioned something about some word. I don't know exactly what it was.
You know it was me!
You've seen a fancy word.
A fancy what now?
Look, a word that when you say it, weird shit happens. Like this, for instance.
And he's gonna look over the door behind him.
Zatar!
And the door opens, as do the windows.
Oh, Schmeg knows how to do that.
You only know how to open a door, not windows as well.
Oh, man.
With practice, you can open anything.
Well, there was a word, but it was in the fable, and when I said it, it froze time. Everything stood still. I think that was only bound to the fable itself. I don't know if that's considered the same thing that you're doing, but it was saying the name not check aloud within the fable.
Can I think he'll write that down, unless he recognizes, the base of the word or something like Latin.
That word is something that was just for the fable.
Okay.
That's not an official power word.
Yeah, that's not important. Back to you.
Alrighty.
Useless.
No.
I'll give you this one as a freebie. You say this word, you pop out outside my home. You get to visit the Red Star, which is where I first got my shaper powers and where all this originates. It's also where you'll be able to commune with Jahasa, and you'll meet my wife.
I'm so sorry.
My wife.
Wait, does this mean Brubad gets to be the third eye?
No.
Because you'll be like
Wait.
the third person there that gets to witness what they do? That's a...
It's gonna think
No.
A little bit of a stretch. Yeah, I don't think so.
Husband, time to come home.
Yes, honey.
Horn stroking time,
Dude, Mo is on a leash. This is weird.
Horn stroke o'clock.
He's gonna look right down at you.
You would be too if you knew my wife.
I already asked if she was hot, dude.
That's her name, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Her title.
Vinidinci, Vasicale, Valachian, Beatorix, Mate Slayer, the thrice-born last champion of Aladine.
Yes.
Oh my god.
She is a Sharkai, an Ash Elf.
Ooh, that Mate Slayer part is a
That
little bit...
is her title, yes, because you see in Elder Sharkai, in the Ash Elven Society, divorce is only possible through slaying your mate. And you only do it whenever you believe that your partner is too weak for you.
Oh my god.
Beatrix had
Holy
went through
shit.
3,000 husbands before she met Mo Cowbell.
What? Wow.
That is why she was given the title Mate Slayer.
My
Dude, I
woman.
hope you
Holy
are
shit.
never eaten. Good luck.
Relationships
big
are so
bite.
complicated.
Relationships are complicated.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet all of you, and hope you don't die right away, at least.
Right back at you.
Takes a lot to kill me nowadays.
See you soon with the, you know,
And Schmeg would point to the place between his eyes.
hopefully not, I don't have to get one of...
Bye, Mr. Bo!
Bye-bye. He'll walk out the door and yell, Anareth!
Thank you, Kraken, for showing up.
Thank you.
Yeah,
you,
jolly
Kraken.
good show. Cameo after cameo after cameo after cameo.
That was
What is this, the
amazing.
main campaign? Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
is anybody else want to come? Like,
Yeah, it's the main campaign. What'd you think was gonna happen? Alrighty.
Let's go.
And so, the party is equipped. The Vizier will also be giving you all a greater healing potion to begin your journey. And yeah, that's good.
So we were told that we would likely find the Emperor at the City of Bells at one of the shrines.
No, outside of the City of Bells, along
Outside
the
of
Path of Prosperity, there is
Okay.
a shrine that apparently a shrine maiden is about to or has already given birth at.
Gotcha,
And you must make haste to make it there in time before the agents of the eclipse do. The
Got it.
Vizier
Oh, yeah.
will look towards Lord Azalon.
Yeah, can I just teleport them?
Yeah, that's the idea.
Oh, actually, so Scribbles is like, do I have enough time to say goodbye to my parents?
The Vizier will look at Scribbles and then will look at Lord Azalon.
There'll be kind of like a conflict on Azalon's face about that. Like he's mulling over all of the things that she might be like thinking about or going through right now. And then he'll hesitate, but he'll say, yes, but make it quick, please.
In the interim, I shall gather their kites, for they will not always have the
No.
prestigious magics of Lord Azalon to guide them.
Is there a magic kite that I don't? Can I fall asleep in or something like that?
I believe, Sir Dwarf, to fall asleep in a kite, you would need to get better at flying it. I shall return thusly, my lord.
I don't like the worm.
Don't feel bad. That guy's a worm.
Azalon, do you know any
Yes.
healing magic for that burn?
And
No, you go ahead.
it gives you time to clean up your mess.
What mess?
You were meant to put the dishes out.
Oh, that mess.
Where
Right.
are your parents at?
Alexandria, just to the north slightly.
Dead?
Hey, Scribbles, if you don't mind, just tell your parents not to open the cellar. I was practicing one of my spells, may or may not have filled their entire cellar with locusts. My bad. What? It was an accident, okay? I'm trying to learn. Just apologize on my behalf.
I'll take the blame.
Aslan puts a hand on Scribbles' shoulder and then teleports the both of them to where it is he believes her parents' house probably is.
All right, and so you teleport right onto, just outside of Scribbles Street, and we go through a montage of like, everywhere you go, everywhere you see. Introducing your parents to Azalon, the fucking one of the most prominent members of the Oh my god, my dear! And he's just like, everywhere you go. The freeze frames are like the pointing and like the shaking her dad's hand and like Scribbles packing for her big journey. Her parents looking all like shiny eyed, opening the cellar as locusts pour into the streets. Azalon dispelling the locust with a weird look on his face, and everybody's just like, everywhere you go.
It's a
Carefree.
a clip of Scribbles' dad pushing her on a swing, and then Aslan pushing Scribbles' dad on a swing.
And then they return.
I think I'm
Well, that was
ready.
pretty fast.
It was a montage. It's fine.
Okay, good.
Your equipment has been prepared. And then the vizier will put a small token on the table here. When Lord Aslan has teleported you, simply hold this token and then flip it into the air, and all of your supplies will be summoned.
Convenient.
Only the coin I had did that.
Well, is there anything else you would like to ask me before you are sent off? It might be some time before we're able to speak again.
I'm taking back my crystals.
Just sort of a general probing question. If you were to summarize your opinion of a lock and high in a couple sentences in terms of how forgiving and how understanding of someone who may or may not have broken an oath.
It is my belief and suspicion that the god of madness was conspiring with the enemy that we defeated 50 years ago in some shape or form. He is as bad, if not. Oh no, he's not worse, but he's close to that. I would recommend not making any dealings with him, especially in this place. You have the luxury of being in a place that is, as of now, mostly untouched by madness.
Indeed, my lord has made his stance on Alakenhai and his followers very clear. I oftentimes pride myself in finding them, rooting them out, and destroying them wherever I can find them, with a veneer efficiency.
Yeah.
Do I still have the statue of the prophet?
Oh, you mean Mahamahe? Yeah, you still got him.
I had to petrify one of the prophets of Alakenhai that had infiltrated my camp after sneaking out of the arcane labyrinth, and he sits in my garden.
Indeed, he is oftentimes looked at by my great lord Aslan, and constantly reminded in his stasis of how superior he is, and how he is going to be punished for all of time as a permanent ornament to the garden. In fact, as the lord, as the vizier looks at Shmeg and says, you might even say that there is a kind of fun joy that we share in rooting out followers of Alakenhai and punishing them completely. Although that does lead to the question, why do you ask?
Imagine like a 1940s Ford. You know those big bubble headlights they have? That's the size of Schmeg's eyeballs right now, and he's looking around at the rest of the party, making eye contact with every one of them, and goes,
"Oh, no reason, just curiosity. That's all."
Yeah, I'm staring at Brewbad to see if he's gonna open his giant fucking mouth again.
There's only one fate for those who worship the god of madness, and that is with a mouthful of tentacles and your mind completely made smooth by the prospect of attempting to fathom what it is the god himself is able to conceive and perceive. You will never be as strong or apt or knowledgeable as Alakenhai, no matter how many promises he makes to you.
Nor is Lord Aslan.
Schmeg looks like a deflated balloon.
Yep. Same here.
Damn, that's harsh, man. Who would ever do something like that? I'm just fucking dumb.
Well, then, if there's nothing else, then I suppose I can send you a lot on your way.
Before you go, you wouldn't happen to know anything about a man with a big paintbrush?
Is that like the bound brush?
Well, no. Although that is close, but unfortunately there's not enough there for you to make that connection. You do not know of that yet.
Okay. Aslan will shake his head and look somewhat sad that he was unable to answer your question.
Okay, well, perhaps here's a question you could answer for me. Where did you get those spectacles?
Oh, the vizier got them for me long ago. Honestly, I break them all the time, and we have to get these special crystals, and then they have to be, you know.
Oh, it's no
honestly,
problem, my lord. I enjoy it.
I don't actually need these spectacles. They merely allow me to see magic in its, I don't know, material form. For example, scribbles who emanates magic, I simply would have to lift my glasses up and then peer through them. I could make you
Any-
some if you'd like.
Yeah, because I
Actually,
may
you know
or
what?
may not have had some shattered frames. As you can see, I don't even have any glass in my glasses.
Well, why don't you take mine, friend? Hand.
I'll give you mine.
Our second artifact item. It levels up with you.
Yeah, they level up with me.
Aslan puts in Alias's broken glasses in his robe and does his best to seem like he's grateful for it.
Oh, I've also got something for you, just as a parting gift.
Oh God!
Oh!
You're gonna want to
Oh.
wash it thoroughly. Wash that thoroughly.
In this vial, it's a test, all right? I gathered some rejuvenating waters back in the fable, and I mixed it with a couple ingredients, but a chef never reveals the recipe, otherwise you'd just be able to replicate it. That wouldn't make it special.
Fucking fingal sauce in that bitch.
Oh yeah, dude.
Would you like it?
I mean, are you not certain that you might find more use for it, or do you wish for me to study it and maybe replicate it? Honestly, I would greatly welcome anything that you might have brought back from the fable so that I can, I don't know, just learn more and maybe see how it might benefit all of us.
Okay, yeah, I'm curious if this rejuvenating water could be used as a lubricant of sorts. So here you go. And I also
Pocket.
got a sword, which came to me. I mean, you can look at it if you like, but no takey.
I have no interest in sword play.
Okay, good. It seems like you have interest in foreplay, though. I see those eyes Vizier's giving you, but I'll keep it a secret.
I think it is time perhaps they go on their way, my lord.
Hold on.
Yeah, hold on. We're gonna hang out, dude.
Aslan will identify the sword for an alias. I assume that's what he wanted.
I think it's already been identified.
It's
for the
been
most part, but
identified.
I don't know if he needed to see more artifacts from the fable at all.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
is it from the fable?
It is from the fable.
Is there anything like
Yes,
any
there is.
markings on this?
The showing it to Aslan was a very good move because this reveals the next piece of the puzzle. This weapon is not a weapon. It doesn't actually exist in the way that a weapon would, a sword. It is a memory that is so strong that is able to maintain its physical form outside of the fable.
Is this? I mean, because Scrumpo got a sword.
Yeah.
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 Is it the same one?
It's not the same, but you're on the right track.
Why don't you? There's something that I can tell you about this immediately. It feels very familiar to me, but I know that maybe it would serve you better than it served its previous owner. Just by looking at you, I can tell that's the case. I have some advice for you. Is it substantial? Like, can he hold it and use it as a weapon, even though it's a memory?
Yeah.
All right. Then Aslan, after touching it and kind of examining it, he will say to Anelius, I suggest that you take advantage of your presence in Glaeus and perhaps look to the natives and their method of combat and their style of combat, and use this sword as your guiding light to truly discover what it is you and this sword are capable of.
Can cut the tops of mushrooms quite well, I'll give it that. Oh, wait, I do have something for you.
Okay.
Pulls out my old mushroom hat that's decrepit. It's like moldy, deteriorating, the red mushroom cap that I wore initially.
A parting gift.
Take.
It's just droopy and soggy and saggy.
I'll plant this in my garden. My tower, the spire on Glaeus, is situated upon a ley line and has a blessing from the local druid circle. So perhaps the next time we meet, I'll have this restored to its original glory.
That would be splendid. Thank you so much. All right, I don't want to waste your time any further.
Oh, believe me, this is no waste of time. However, I will ask that all of you gather around and, I don't know, place a hand on me so that I can send you on your way.
Maybe I should place both of mine just to be sure.
Some parting advice. Fortune favors the bold, friends, but that doesn't mean you have to be stupid. And then he'll speak the words for teleportation to that shrine.
All right. Aslan raises his arms, and in a single, brief moment, power surges. And then, dissipation.
Brubad
we good?
throws up as soon as he lands.
And thus, the five of you are sent ahead to the Shrine of Prosperity, just on the outside of the Path of Prosperity, a random shrine along the way. I would like to thank Moon for showing up for today's session.
Yes, seriously.
Yeah,
Dude, that was
Thank you.
amazing!
Hours of lore, man. That was
Yeah, that
unreal.
was nuts.
I feel bad because I only got like 3 hours of sleep last night since I was watching my kid.
Oh, jeez.
But it was an honor to play with you guys in this medium, and I'm sure I'll see you again.
Man, thank you for
That was
your time.
amazing.
Fare thee well, my
Thank
friend.
you.
See you
Glad you
soon.
guys talk a
Thank you,
bit.
dude.
Before they finished materializing, I felt like Scribbles probably would have like leaned over to Smeg and like, did you say anything about the necklet? And then
Ah, yes. I was wondering if that was going to come up. All right. And as such, you have teleported due to the aid of Aslan, the Archmage of Glaeus, and you appear in front of a Torii arc to the entrance to the shrine. You hear two things: the crying of an infant and the clashing of steel.
Oh my god.
And we will
Into
have
it.
to find out what happens next time.
No!
Oh, dude.
Just one more hour, please.
one more hour.
Amazing. 5 more hours. 5 more
That
hours.
Holy
10
shit.
more hours, 3
Oh.
more days.
6 more years.
79 more
Seasons
sessions.
in a movie.
All right, but there you are. The first episode of The Divine Wind.
Woo! Charlie, good
Oh,
show.
shit.
Oh, dude.
Honestly,
Can't freaking
wow.
wait.
84 sessions to
Wow.
go.
Wait, 80,
That was
84?
amazing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was 80 total. I didn't know there was 85.
Yeah, 85 total. Hell yeah, man.
Oh no, we accidentally have more than you thought.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that.
What a session, dude.
Loved it.
That was wild.
Absolutely
I
That
loved
was
it.
love
like a really good
delving
setup.
into the back lore and like how it all connects,
Yeah.
because I'm just sitting here and I'm listening to how it's going to affect everybody else, and I'm like, is it anyone else? I'm like, I don't know enough about this. Oh my god, this is insane.
Mm-hmm.
And
That- yeah.
one of the things I love the most about it is that, you know, as a dungeon master, I have to make lots of NPCs, you know, and I talk to the party and I, you know, give exposition, I give setup, grounding, all that. But it is a very different experience when I get to put a character who describes the events that are relevant to what's happening because they were actually there and that person is a player. It's a completely different experience and I love it so much because, man,
I'm not gonna lie, it was really interesting. Like when Moon said, "I'm gonna try to put this in my own words," and then rattled off like 10 minutes of lore from your
know.
worlds. That was crazy,
Yeah.
man.
yeah.
That was
I bet
crazy.
that felt really good. I bet that felt really good.
Oh
As
yeah,
a
dude.
dungeon
I mean,
master.
it means the most. It means so much to me because he's such a big fan of the world that I've made, and he's played a long time. And a lot of people were, I saw it in chat, were really surprised. Is this Moon role playing? Because you know he plays like funny characters, but Aslan is his very serious one, and it's really
you
good
said
to
that
see
at the
him.
beginning.
He's in very top form when he does it. So and he played that character with me for like a year and a half. And funny enough, the Glaeus Expedition. So Alexandria, the city that you guys were in, he built it with his party. So
no shit.
Yeah, that's the continuity that I have in the world.
That's so wild, man.
Yeah, he actually built the city that you guys are in with he and his party, and the reason he doesn't like Olakan High is because that was like one of the main antagonists of that campaign. Is
that makes sense.
Yeah, he was fighting Olakan High, and he also discovered the secrets of like the legend of the stranger of who Tyr was, but he didn't know it was Tyr at the time. But the poem that I dropped, and now I get to finally reveal it, actually predicted your character becoming an apprentice, Scribbles.
Wait, what?
I did it.
No shit.
I did it 3 years ago without ever having even met you, because that's fucking what I was ready. Because it states, blood of my blood. And you wrote it in blood. It's so good.
What?
Oh, dude, that's
Fuck out of here, man.
I hadn't even met Kiwo yet, and I had set up for that. And now everybody's going to go through that entire poem, and they're going to start to realize other things, because I mentioned 13. 13 what? 13 wins? Who knows? How many times do I say win differently? Ooh, maybe that has something to do with it. So, anyway.
Unreal, man.
That's amazing.
Something I really like to do.
Thank you for bringing us along for a very long session. Two sessions to come.
Yeah.
If it weren't for Brewbad spilling out his ink and refilling it with the rejuvenation thing, like I would have written in scroll in ink, but because you did that the session prior, all I had was blood. So.
Yep. That's D&D.
Damn.
But anyway, fan art time. Woo! There's your cover art.
Also, the
I saw it.
The freaking foam finger.
The foam finger, yeah.
I love the foam finger on Smeg.
Number one Olakan High fan. That's really good, though. I like that a lot. Okay. Scribbles After Dark.
Excuse me?
Ooh.
It looks like a dating sim.
Hey.
Some
Would you like to rearrange my books? Review the Dewey Decimal
Let's
System.
change it from alphabetical
You
to
wanna-
chronological.
Do you want to crack my spine? No, never mind. I'm
Oh,
trying to
how about this one, Herona? Look what happened to Metallica. Oh no.
I saw that earlier. I was like, yo.
Step on me. Step on me.
Form a line, please, bitch.
Form a line. Form a line.
Dude, Metallica has a sister. It's canon.
Yeah, I'm hiding her.
Ooh.
Oh, Venom.
A Brewbad.
Oh, that's sick.
Venom does
I love
great.
it, dude.
A Schmeg.
Ooh.
Yes.
An Analysis. Dude.
Dude.
Oh, that's
Oh, my
great.
god.
Ew. Hello. And Metallica. Shad, dude.
It's perfect.
Yeah, there's the big eye.
All right.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Bippity
Oh,
boppity.
yeah,
Bippity
the
whack.
mushrooms.
Schmeg the Sorcerer is back.
Yeah. I love that. Oh, yeah. Good eye. Nice. Nice touch. Whoa.
Ah, yeah.
What the Super Saiyan Metallica?
I think it's
Dude, that's
time
awesome.
Oh,
to
that looks
rock,
amazing.
bro. Wait, what is this?
I'm picking a little.
Scribbles.
I hope this is safe.
I'm picking.
Oh my god, it's a fucking dating sim.
Oh,
yeah. All right, here we go. Here we go.
I'm picking a little sunflower and I'm gonna go stick it in Analys's hair.
Ooh, something for you. Would you like to wear it?
Oh, yeah, did.
I'd like to imagine as they forcefully put it on your head, the blue horns just pierce the mushroom. They just stick out.
Well, there's some character development going on over here.
Fire Emblem, yes.
Ascension up to 69.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's
I
great.
Persona loading screen. Tired of being nice.
Okay, Metallica's
That's amazing.
That was- oh my God.
Oh, there's more.
Weird, awkward girl talk with
Okay, I gotta hear this.
scribbles.
Let me hear the
And
girl
just
talk.
Like, you got Nollius notices me. I mean, like, we're like bros.
She's like kind of like looking over her shoulder like every
Like,
now
I
and
would
then.
kill someone for him. Yeah. I think you do the same for me. You think he thinks about me?
Oh, okay, to be continued. That was great. That was,
That was amazing. That was the Metallica
good.
had
That
his
was
feet
so
kicking.
good.
Oh my god, dude.
that was pretty good.
That was incredible.
Do you think he like thinks about me? Oh man, these look awesome. God Schmeg.
Ooh, oh my goodness, with the green eye, dude, that looks so sick. Yes, let's go, Schmeg.
Personality scribbles.
Ooh.
Aren't you tired of being nice?
Oh my god.
Oh no.
That looks crazy.
That's really good. Oh my goodness. Sleepy time.
Aww.
And you got Schmeg in the other room screaming. Ooh.
Oh,
Oh my
shit.
god.
Ooh.
Oh, is that the new armor too?
Oh, that's cool. Man, look at
That
that.
looks
I like
sick as
that.
hell. I love that.
Yeah.
Schmeg with a green hand and the ring on it. Yeah, Sauron Schmeg. Let's go. Character evolution.
Oh, dude, more vector art is so cool.
Love it.
Oh, that's right.
Nice.
Illidan Metallica.
Wake up,
Mm-hmm.
samurai.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, it's
yeah,
gonna get the
no.
wake up in there. That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, this brew bat is sick.
Oh my god, yes. That's amazing.
Oh no.
Pro
Nothing is
Chad.
forbidden. Nothing is forbidden.
Oh my god.
I thought I was gonna
The
die
inner
as soon
conflict.
as I said that.
Yes.
Oh, that's good
Oh,
colors.
beautiful.
That's excellent.
Splatoon and Alias. Divine wind, bro.
That looks amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Analias' new official art.
Yeah.
So good.
Hell
Is that
yeah.
a
Pretty little skirt.
smile wink?
What?
Is that the Ratchet and Clank smile wink?
Whoa, some doodles.
My-
Dude.
Oh,
Mm.
cool.
Oh.
God.
I can't believe you got Azalon's glasses.
I know.
Yeah.
Easy. Oh,
Oh,
look
hell
at
yeah.
these.
Dude, that
That's the
animation.
intro.
That was for Burgeonar, the
Love
OST
that.
animation. Very cool. Let's play some D&D. Nice.
Oh my god.
Aw.
Nothing is
Perfect.
forbidden.
Nothing is forbidden.
They're so cute.
I thought I
Oh,
was
no.
gonna die, man.
Yeah.
No.
This Brewbad was awesome, dude.
Yeah. It was.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, dude, they did a
Stand by,
version of Schmeg too. Whoa!
No way.
This Schmeg is sick.
Oh,
Whoa.
yeah, dude. Oh my god, with the glowing hands. Holy
green.
shit. That looks so cool.
These are done by Dutchy Lander, who's amazing, by the way.
Unreal, man.
Those are
Her
really-
smile and optimism gone.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
That's a perfect expression for her.
Somebody did a battle theme for Metallica?
What?
No way.
The eyeless
Yes.
one is what it's
Ooh, I gotta
called.
listen to this.
Metallica's theme.
salad fingers vibes.
Oh shit!
It's building up to a drop.
Where's the drop? Oh no! Oh my god! It's sick!
Dude, this is awesome.
This is really good, actually.
Yeah, this is
sick.
I love it.
Oh! Oh! That's so sick, dude.
Boss battle music.
Man, this is like, if you succumb to the Eyeless One corruption, Metallica, and the party's gotta, like, fight you back to
Yes.
being normal again.
Oh my god. I was just thinking about that. I love when the melody comes back in.
Yeah. This is really fucking good, dude.
Yeah, you gonna keep that for later?
This guy only has 7 subscribers. There. Fix that, chat room. That was good. That was good. Whoever
That was
did
awesome.
that. That was a good job, man.
Well, I like the
That
way
was
it ended
beautiful.
too.
Holy
Some
shit.
good blending there.
Yeah, this one is
Like the metal and then like capturing a little bit of the atmosphere of divine wind and Glaeus.
yeah.
So...
Reminder that Schmeg is quite literally the size of a dog.
Oh my god.
He's like a Pomeranian, right?
Let me hear some noise.
Yeah.
The beer just dunk.
Cutesy versions of you guys.
Aww.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get on the bad guys.
Oh, shucks.
Oh my
Yeah, I got your mail. I got your mail, dude. This is so Lily Loves Worms is an artist from my community that for some reason fell in love with the Vizier the first time she saw him played on stream. And so that's what kind of like she's just kind of identified herself as the Vizier's wife, and so she did me the honor of drawing his new art to present today.
Oh,
It's
Hell
so
yeah.
good.
She did a very good job,
elegant.
as always. Schmeg, formerly known as Schmeg the Sorcerer.
I love it.
Oh. Bonus ship post from Lily. Thanks to letting me play dress up with my favorite character, Lily. Now put this one on. Ah, yes, diplomatic actions.
Dude.
Oh my god. Beard oils.
So you're a collection of worms shaped like a person, in a manner of speaking, yes. Can I have some worms for reasons? Ooh, nice.
Never got those.
Oh,
words.
that's a nice one. I love it. I love people adding the green hint to Schmeg. That's amazing.
As a lot of when Schmeg throws the ring.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like Santino worked on a Divine Wind piece. Here. Oh my god! I don't know. I think this is either like a theme or like maybe like just some battle music. I don't know. Oh my god, that's so good! Oh, he's so good! He's so good! He's so good! Yeah, yeah. It's so fucking good! He just keeps going! Oh!
Another banger.
Dude, he's so fucking good, dude. Yeah, exactly. That was amazing, Santino. Holy
That
shit,
was
dude.
unreal.
That was incredible.
That was unreal.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh, another phenomenal Schmeg.
PTSD.
Oh, hold on. Did I miss it? Did I miss the Schmeg?
Oh, there's the
I was
Schmeg.
all tapped. Sorry.
There's the Schmeg.
Oh yeah! Ooh yeah! Oh my god!
like
I
that.
love this
I like
shading.
that take on his mask.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say it's almost Mortal Kombat-ish, which I
Yeah.
love.
Okay.
What it
Who's-
describe this scene that
Yeah,
we're
who's
looking at right now?
yeah, who's that other person? Oh, that's the Elven Maiden.
That's
the Falcon.
Got it.
That's Falcon, the green.
That's not a maiden.
Aslan when he sees the crystals. Ah!
I liked our best friend. drawing.
Yes, power.
He's wearing the lore keeper's robes with no shirt on underneath, like a Chad.
He's shaking in those robes.
Oh my god.
Oh, so you want to look at this coin, do you? Slide. Welcome to the Violet Arc 101. Please take notes. There will be a quiz on this.
True.
Fuck Tyr. All my homies hate Tyr.
This is awkward.
Oh my god, what is going
What
on
is
here?
what is? Oh,
This
Oh.
is reeds, isn't it?
The reeds.
oh, this is among the reeds.
Oh my god.
Oh Jesus.
Dude, that's sick. They murder a person?
They did.
Oh yeah. I'm dumb. I actually am.
The Divine Wind. This is actually good, and it's traditional art too.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Schmeg.
hell yeah.
Speaking
Schmeg with
of-
his little hands like, I want to read their menu.
I reported too.
Yeah.
Chicken tendies.
Kids menu on Schmegs.
Oh, yeah, that's a kids menu on my fucking menu. What the fuck?
Oh,
Aw.
Very
I love
cute.
that. That's
Cute.
nice.
I like that.
you take my eye?
So, where is it that you said you found these again? My lord, I don't think I can go through this again.
Mm.
It all began on the when I was born. I counted out on my fingers. 1, 2. No, you gotta count this one too.
That's cute.
That's so cute.
What did you just fucking say? Nothing is forbidden. Vizier, the emperor did not come from happy families. Yeah, verily, that fruit doth hangeth low. I shall partake on it. Holy shit, Kiwo. Look at this. Scribbles.
Whoa, man.
Oh.
That's serious scribbles. Where's the crossbow? Not even needed anymore. Just the eyes.
Okay, this one is me as a big dungeon mommy.
My goodness.
Arcadum.
Who else is better to
Unchained.
raise a child than a man who puts drug up his butt, emotionally unstable tiefling that follows the teaching of the mad wizard, unsuccessful bard that holds the power of the eyeless, Brewbad.
Why is that the only thing that they say? Why is that the only thing on there?
Nothing else need be said.
Oh, by the way, for those of you that don't know, this is what Mo's wife looks like. The mate slayer.
Oh, that's
my
crazy.
God.
Yeah, she's a babe.
Chat when Azalon shows up. Chat when Mo then also shows up. Yeah! Goth energy scribbles.
That's cute.
Oh, that's
Hell
cool.
yeah.
That's sick. I love the color scheme there.
Strong handshake. Nice.
That was
Nice.
awesome. That
Dick.
handshake, that was so cool.
Perfect rolls.
Dick Kid Emperor Schmeg Azalon. Nothing is sacred. It's forbidden, but what did you just say? What did you just fucking say? Yep.
It's like the Dumbledore scene from Harry Potter when it's like, "Did you put your name in the goblet of fire?"
Tell me, Harry, did you put your name
Tell me. He said calmly.
So that happened before. Mo rolled the exact same as Cordrin when the two Minotaurs met, and they clapped
Oh my
hands.
god.
It was
Oh.
perfect. He's like, "God damn, what?"
Holy shit, poor Mo.
Well, there's the mommy reference of the. Where did you go? I miss rubbing your horns.
Oh, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats on finishing the prologue games. This is called Point of View. You are the Pale Emperor. Okay, this ought to be good. Oh my god. That was good.
Dude, that was perfect.
Do not leave unsupervised. Red Bros. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
The meeting of forces. That handshake was one of the best moments of the session for sure.
The fucking...
Oh, dude.
You have now entered the divine win.
I love it. I love the
Yeah.
detail.
All right, they drew female Falcon Blade Weaver. Thank you for that.
Oh,
It
the
is a
maiden.
after all.
You see, I knew it.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yes.
I can see that, husband. Oh, hey,
I
guys.
can see it. You don't have to hold it up. I can
Did
see
that
it.
last one say that he's a manlet?
Guys, look.
Yes.
Schmeg.
Schmeg, drawn to scale. Shut up.
For the third time, it's Sparkle Sparkle Love Laser, not Sparkle Love Love Laser. I swear to Jasa. Sir, I'm 12. Oh, shit. The horny girls, the other Tiefling. The divine
Oh,
wind
hell
and the
yeah.
storm approaches. Fusli's character.
Is it Socko?
Yeah.
Hell
so,
yeah.
So, what's your opinion of a Log and High? Well, I do enjoy roading his followers out, destroying them, making them regret being born, a lot of stuff that can't be spoken in public. Why do you ask? Oh, no reason. No reason at all. Dude, this version of Azalot is so sick!
Oh,
my
shadow
Oh
on.
my god.
I had those glasses now. Yoink.
That's sick.
This is amazing.
That's very good. Schmeg the All-Powerful. This is really good.
Oh, man.
Whoa.
That looks incredible. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Aslan's meeting with Metallica. Is that a girl? No, my lord. It is a man. A man! I'm a man, dude. Like when he, like when,
I'm a man.
like what I can't remember what he said. It was like she. I mean he. In the background, I heard I'm a man, dude.
Yeah.
That made me laugh. Oh, dude, Math Reds did his version of Metallica. So sick.
Oh,
Oh,
Nice.
yeah, man.
dude, that is awesome.
Yeah, his style is
Those
so cool.
Sabatons.
Nothing is forbidden. Oh shit! Oh shit! We've got the horny boys, the two Ilithari humans.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
We're like the best.
Oh no! If only some brave adventurers didn't spend 3 hours in meeting room RP. Hey, shut up! That was awesome.
Hey,
Oh,
the baby's
God.
not dead yet, right?
Oh no!
no. Oh no.
Math Reds drew scribbles. Amazing.
Math
Ooh.
Rose is awesome. That's so badass.
Seeing those colors. What a great family. Haha, smart mom, dipshit kid. My man.
Love that
Oh
style.
my
That's the
God.
next one,
Why
Brubad.
is his eye so sexy?
He's
Mhm.
hot.
He's so
It's the
fuck.
storm finger.
The storm thing.
Hey.
That Smeg is good.
Holy shit, I'm excited.
Oh yeah, man. Holy shit.
Badass.
Love the coloring and the shading, dude. Yes.
Viziers, usually evil. Literally neutral evil. Okay. Thank you for the shit post compliment of me.
Yeah, true though. Where's the line?
Okay, what's this conspiracy stuff? Congrats on first episode cleared. Hidden character, hidden character. This one says, bro, Arcadum, you can't tease me like this, bro. I'm a magical girlfriend, bro. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, yes, magical girls exist in Verum, but they exist as proxies of the handmaidens, which shapers go out and make. But they do exist. Is it secret?
Brewbad's just sitting on top of one of them.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like that. I like that comparison.
Mm-hmm.
You see, Schmeg, this is what happened to the last Alakan High follower I encountered. He proved to be quite troublesome, so I had to take care of him appropriately. Yep.
The statue of where he was frozen in time for, is that Muhammad?
That's that's Venedici. Maha. That's how he left.
That's a lot of
Prologue
Krungos.
of Krungo. The Divine
Wow.
Wind. Ooh, they used heavy marker.
Ooh.
Oh, hell yeah. This is the same one from earlier.
Alrighty. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is that. Thank you so much for watching.
Amazing.
Thank you
What a
so much
trip.
for playing in my game and for being my buddies and friends.
Phenomenal.
All that good stuff. It means so much to me.
It is a genuine honor and privilege to have the chance to be in one of your main campaigns.
It is
One
truly.
hundo peasy.
Absolutely.
So thank you for allowing to have us in your campaign and allowing us to take part in your adventure and hang out with your incredible community. And very, very thankful. Very lucky. Feel very fortunate.
One incredible session 1 too.
Oh man,
Like to kick things
couldn't
off.
have asked for a better one.
Man, it was awesome. But now I can finally rest a little bit because I'm a little tired. So I'm going to go
Yeah.
and head out. I'll see you guys next time.
Next week.
Fare
You
thee
bet.
well, travelers.
Bye.
All right, chat room. I am feeling it, Mr. Krabs. This was very good. I very much enjoyed Divine Wind. Very cool. And tomorrow is Otikata's Curse. So I look forward to running that for you guys.